Hmm. Sir, you know what I like about that intro?
Yeah.
I like that it reminds me at the end of the day that there's cool shit that I actually like in the world.
Yes. I was just gonna say that too.
And even if it doesn't exist now, it did exist and I didn't imagine it. And it's a proof of concept that such a thing can exist.
And it also reminds me that Hashem helped me to edit all of that stuff because I don't know what the hell I'm doing with editing otherwise, video editing. I don't know how I did that. I
That's a
still would
miracle.
I wouldn't be able to replicate that. Just letting you know that.
It's a miracle, folks. Let me
Huh,
explain what level of miracle it is because
huh.
um, we have all these ideas and stuff we're going to do for the show and this and that. Nothing
Yeah,
ever happens ever,
yeah,
except for that. Except
yeah,
somehow I was
yeah.
able to convince Greg, and he happened to agree with me. It's a cool song. It's a
I found the track.
yeah,
Thought it was an 80s track from a moonlighting, but then when I realized that it was a I found the track and it was a track I Shazammed it. It's from 2007. I found it.
yeah,
I got it. And then I found a dope video from or like some snippets from different scenes
yeah.
of Miami Vice and I just like and like I don't know the music worked with like every you see the like the every single I didn't use AI. It
It
just
can't
worked.
it can't not work. It
It's
just works.
amazing.
But you know what? I was thinking of a possible like I want to actually play as our intro
Hmm.
the opening scene from that episode of Moonlighting
Yeah, we
with this
will.
track where we originally heard the track,
Yeah.
maybe to switch it up,
Yeah,
and where the guy where we have the drug dealer, that
yeah.
actor who
But we
actually
need
says,
that means we need to download the
I own it.
oh, okay.
I own that episode
Yeah.
from on Amazon. I don't know. Can we download it?
I don't even know how this works. I have to look into it.
Can we play? Ah, shit. There's no way you can't play it on Zoom, right?
I
They
can't
won't
play it on
let you
Zoom. It's gonna zap itself. Yeah.
because that it doesn't show it. It like
Yeah.
it makes it. We can't show the scene.
Yeah, it's annoying. Yeah.
Anyway,
Uh
pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
dude, the face that you made before we went on air, it reminded me of that skit by Jim Brewer where he talks about how he got into the elevator and he saw Jack Nicholson and Jack Nicholson's like,
I look how you
You
feel.
you look how I feel.
Oh yeah, right, right,
You look how
right.
I
You look.
feel. It's
Your
like
face
you
looks
look,
how I feel.
your face looks how I feel.
Yeah,
That's when I looked at your face. I was like, that's how I feel. That's about it, right? It's about right.
yeah. You
Dude,
know,
it's yeah.
you know what I noticed? You mentioned Jim Brewer. I
Hmm.
was watching with Eric. I was watching Kill Tony.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen this crap?
Yeah, I saw Roseanne on it.
She was on Kill Tony? Oh
She
no.
was yeah, a little bit, yeah. I mean, it was like a guest star kind of thing, you know?
So
Appearance, whatever you call
I'm not a fan of that show
it. Yeah,
because
me
that
neither.
guy Tony
Yeah,
and the other people on the panel
yeah.
are not very funny.
They're not very funny. They made themselves the arbiters of what's funny.
Yeah, and they're actually
Bizarre.
pretty. It's whatever.
Yeah,
I don't find them funny.
yeah,
I'll just leave it at that.
yeah,
And even guys that they have on the panel, which I like the one I saw was Jim. They had Jim Brewer.
yeah.
Jim Brewer was not funny.
They, well,
They made other comedians less funny.
they're not allowed to talk. That's why. It's like they can barely talk. He's the only one who can talk.
What
This
do you
Tony
mean?
guy.
What are
No,
you
this
talking about?
Tony guy is like
Oh,
the guy that's like allowed to talk the most.
yeah, he's
Kind of weird.
whatever it is. It didn't feel like a very funny environment.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I don't know if like Norm Macdonald would agree to do that shit. Like
I don't think you would agree with
he'd be
that.
like, look, I can't make these guys funny. Like
Yeah,
Jim Brewer's like struggling there, and he just
yeah,
looked so out of place.
yeah. Can we see? Is there any way we could see this? By the way, I typed into Grok if there's any stand-up comedians on the Epstein list, and
Oh yeah.
it gave me an answer. I haven't read the answer yet, but it gave me an answer. I see.
By the way, Grok is retarded. I just want to remind you.
Sometimes it is, yeah. It's very good with like graphics sometimes, but with certain things, it's like information is retarded sometimes.
Yeah, it gets the wrong. It can't identify people well. By the
Yeah,
way,
yeah. Let's see. Kill Tony, Jim Brewer, Sam Talent. Oh, see, he talks about how he did kill Tony. He did the show. Jim Brewer reacts to you want to. I mean, this is like a whole long, it's like 27-minute thing. How he,
I definitely don't want to do
yeah.
27 minutes to kill Tony or anything.
There's Best of Bill Maher. Oh, there's a guy who imitates Bill Maher on Kill
Nah,
Tony, and then
is that a, I'm just looking for the clip, but he's not there. Oh, there he is. Okay, fine. Tony Hinchcliffe destroys female comedian, and I guess Jim Brewer is on the panel, like laughing. Let's see what this shows me. it's kind of
How
like the
often do
show.
you perform there?
They only let me do it once a month.
Now, why is that?
You can ask her. The bar owner is here with me.
We don't need to ask the bar owner. No, thank you. I don't need to ask
Can you turn it
another
off?
fucking torta why this chick isn't
Turn it
getting
off. Turn it
fucked.
off.
What's up?
That's the episode that I watched,
Uh-huh.
and it was awful. I don't want to relive that shit.
No, I
And
want
she
to see
was,
Brewer on there.
yeah, she wasn't good,
Yeah.
but they were like super mean to her. I don't know, man. It wasn't funny.
I'm trying to understand who this Tony Hinchcliffe, like, I guess he did stand up.
I
I'm
never
like,
seen him before.
I never got a memo about who the hell did, yeah, he apparently,
These people pop up out
did,
of nowhere, like
yeah,
Theo Vaughn. Like who the
yeah.
hell is Theo Vaughn?
No, he did stand up, this guy, Tony Hinchcliffe. He did stand up. He's from Ohio. Let's see. Career 2007, in 2007, Hinchcliffe moved to Los Angeles to pursue a career in comedy. So I guess he was 23 because he was born in 1984. He started performing stand-up and open mics at the Comedy Store in West Hollywood, California. That's the place that what's her face owns. Uh Pauly
Pauly
Shore's
Shore's mother.
mom. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mitzi Shore. Very nice lady, by the way. Yeah, he was hired to work the phones and the cover booth, and then he became a paid regular. Yeah, he opened for Joe Rogan and Jeff Ross. So he had like a stand-up career, I guess. Yeah, it says that he wrote for The Burn with Jeff Ross. He participated in these Comedy Central roasts, you know? Like how do you go from like what's it
I don't know.
called?
It
It's
doesn't make
amazing,
sense.
man.
It doesn't make sense.
He was just like friends with Jeff Ross, and next thing he knows, he goes on these roasts. You know, he roasted like Justin Bieber.
There's obviously other stuff going on.
There's
Like
something going on
people are
there. Yeah.
put into
Yeah.
position. You'll never
And then
get it.
he got a special on Netflix. Dude,
Look, I want to tell you,
yeah.
look, the people who I tend to like as comedians
Yeah.
are always people who are struggling, who
Mm-hmm.
are the best, and they're struggling
Yeah.
to stay employed,
Yeah.
like Norm Macdonald and
Yeah.
Patrice O'Neill.
Dude, you know the comedian Modi, the Jewish guy?
I've
He's
seen some stuff of
I'm
his
just
lately.
I'm just saying he's in
Not
his
bad.
and it's not bad. No, but what I'm saying is like yeah, some people like, some people don't. The point is he's in his 50s. You know how long it took him? I used to see him in Comedy Cellar in the late 90s when he was like in his
Yeah.
when he was in his 20s. You know how long it took him to like make it, whatever make it means, making it means?
Yeah.
It took him 30 years, maybe
Yeah.
more.
I mean, some people just are, they're not going to make a deal.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know what I mean?
He stayed
Make
in
a
the
deal.
Jewish world, in the Jewish, we call the Welt, and thank God.
Speaking of making deals, I'm going to say this. This is all I don't, and I'm begging you, please don't let it go past this. But
Yeah.
I just want to say something about Trump. I have a completely new
Mhm.
attitude towards Trump. I've
Mhm.
tuned out of anything that he says.
Okay.
I don't watch his press conferences anymore. I don't listen to what he says. Everything that he says now has the opposite effect on me that it did in his first term,
Mm.
and during the rallies, during Biden,
Yeah.
and the rallies leading up to the election. Everything is now flipped on its head. So I'm no longer listening to him. The only thing that remains is for me to see, like at the end, or what actions he actually takes and what the
Yeah.
results of them are. I there's literally pointless to listen to a word that he says. There's nothing
I
that
agree.
he says which happens. Okay?
I'm not going to comment about Trump. I'm going to tell you that I spoke to Rabbi Kessin over the phone yesterday,
Really.
and Rabbi Kessin told me that he thinks that Trump is going to, or that Iran will be bombed by someone, like Russell Peters, somebody Russell, uh, in the month of Adar, because Adar, he said it like this. He said it, the verbiage. Adar has in it, the month of Adar has in it the bounty, the shefa. He used the word shefa, which is, you know, he didn't say auspicious. He just said, I guess, conducive for these kind of things. I was already saying for a very long time that I think, no matter how you slice it, by hook or by crook, that the Iranian regime has to basically begin its monumental collapse by Purim, right? Rabbi Kessin added, by the way, yeah, it's a fact that, you know, it takes about a month to position all of the stuff that's still going, by the way, all of this, munitions, floating munitions, so to speak. If you're moving at lightning speed, it takes about a month and a half. It does. The only thing is, and I asked him about this. I actually asked him about the whole thing that Trump said, to galvanize the people, and when they came out and like, we're behind you, all this kind of thing. He told me, he's like, listen, either way, they were going to go out there. They were not gonna hide. They weren't gonna come out and then come back in like the groundhog and the Groundhog Day. They were not the Iranian people. The only thing is, you know, it's almost like, in a way, he kind of like he did this kind of thing. It's like a decoy kind of thing, and then he obviously the whole thing of these so-called negotiations with Iran are not real. It's literally just a push for time, to buy time. Meanwhile, Israel is this every day has been destroying Hezbollah, uh, anything Hezbollah, um, every single day because they have to protect their people either way. And now they're going after Hamas again. Now they're literally going after to finish them. Um, so listen, I personally suspect, and Rabbi Kessin has actually confirmed this for me, that he thinks that it's going to have to happen in Adar, which I guess is next week. So
I hope so, but on the thing before this that Rabbi Kessin said about them coming out,
yeah,
they're going to come out anyway. I could not agree with him, disagree with him.
you think they weren't going to come out?
They were not. I don't think that they would come out like that.
Yeah.
And that's the most heartbreaking thing about this whole thing because with Trump, everything before that,
Yeah.
even what he did during the 12-day war, even what he did
Yeah.
with interfering with Hamas, I
Yeah.
could always tell myself, all right, there's something going on behind the scenes and
Yeah.
this and but after what happened to what he did with the protesters, I can't say that to myself anymore.
Yeah.
He got all those people killed. And I want to move on from
I
this topic.
agree. I agree.
It's just something, it's like literally,
Yeah. The only thing I will say, I'll add one more thing. Rabbi Kessin told me that yeah, the people that he has in his administration are the problem. But the question is, why does he have them? That's the question.
yeah, he chose them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, everybody because we're supporting him and we love him, we're going to say,
Yeah.
whatever, he thought he could, make any
Yeah.
excuse in the book, but
Yeah.
it looks like they're running his administration.
Yeah. No, I know. I know.
Okay, so look, the point is, uh, I'll say this. This is already way more than I want to talk about, but Trump has gone past the point of like he's gone clandestine because
Yeah.
on the surface it looks like he as turning against uh certainly turning against Jews in Israel
Yeah.
and um he turning against the best people in Iran and uplifting all of the most evil people in the
But do you
world.
know what's crazy? He said today, which I don't. It's crazy to me. He just blurted out again. Herzog has to pardon Bibi. Bibi has done an amazing job regarding Iran, regarding all the stuff. He has to pardon Bibi. The people, it's a disgrace. They have to shame him. The people of Israel has to shame Herzog. He said this today for not pardoning Bibi. Why do you have Bibi in court during a war? He's a great wartime prime minister. Why do you? It's dude. I literally feel like I'm like I feel like they have like a body double. I'm starting to get the feeling there's the Trump, like the real Trump that we saw in the first term, and then there's like this weird body double guy, or I don't know what. I have no idea what's going on. Or
I
he's just
don't that's
bipolar.
what
It's
that's what I'm
possible.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna save myself some aggravation
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna listen to him anymore.
yeah,
It doesn't matter. This is his last term anyway.
yeah,
And he's gonna do what he's gonna do. And he has to know, he has to have some level of awareness of how corrupt he
yeah,
looks and his entire administration and his family look with
yeah,
the way things have gone.
yeah,
I can't, I'm sorry, even if things turn out to be not as they seem, you
yeah.
can't blame somebody
No, I agree with
for
you.
noticing
It's
how
bizarre.
corrupt it looks. The whole
Yeah,
thing with Qatar and the business connections, it's insane. It's literally, I can't believe it.
yeah,
And now with this thing, with the Iranian protesters, there's no going back from that. Not for me.
yeah,
So I'm just gonna I'm bowing out from looking. I'm not listening to him anymore. The rest, ultimately, as we
yeah,
always say,
yeah,
it's all in God's hands anyway.
yeah. Of course.
And if anything good comes out of his administration, I'll be happy.
Yeah,
I cannot, I can't
yeah.
watch it anymore.
The only thing I've been watching, I've just been watching all those the up, like this guy open source intel. He just reports like how all the
I can't watch that guy anymore.
all the stuff floating. No, no,
Yeah,
just the army stuff,
I think that's part of the problem. Like
the military
these
stuff.
Twitter accounts,
Oh,
they literally they're the ones making me crazy,
yeah,
basically. Uh, they're not the ones who forced Trump to get all those kids killed,
that is correct.
but they literally they need to produce like content,
Yeah.
so they just like make stuff up that's not there.
No, this is not made up. This is actually stuff they're showing like maps of stuff
What I
moving.
mean is like every time he sneezes, every time somebody huffs,
Yeah,
every time
yeah,
somebody eats a pizza at
yeah,
Domino's, at the
yeah,
Pentagon,
yeah,
they
yeah,
release it like it's a headline.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I gotta be finished with these people.
yeah,
That's just a separate problem.
yeah. Well, I want to read to you what what Grok just came up with regarding the comedians.
Comedians at Epstein Island.
Yeah. She says, I just asked, is there any stand-up comedians at Epstein list? Says, yes, several stand-up comedians and individuals with comedy backgrounds appear in the Epstein files, which consist of millions of pages of court documents, emails, photos, etc. These
Millions of pages. How does that? That's just
it's
that's
insane.
clearly bullshit.
No,
Millions of
yeah,
pages.
it is millions of pages. It's a lot of stuff, man. It's a lot.
Dude, millions of pages.
That's why
Nothing is millions of pages.
no, it is. That's why it's almost as if they released it and it's like they want people to go through it and listen, it's almost like it's not justice by court, court of public opinion. It's just to show you, hey, here's what we do, and by the way, we're not going to do anything about it. Namely, what's her face? Bondi. This idiot. So let me here. So he says, the mentions are generally innocuous, such as social invitations, emails about comedy events, or photos from gatherings, do not imply wrongdoing and involvement in Epstein's crimes unless explicitly stated otherwise. The files do not contain, quote, a client list, but rather reference various people and connected to through Epstein through business, social, or incidental. So here goes. Notable ones based on reliable sources. Chris Tucker, filmmaker, actor, writer, comedian. He and his wife were regular guests at Epstein's New York townhouse starting in 2010, attending dinners with intellectuals. Epstein helped Alan's daughter get into college. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm reading the wrong thing. Huh. Chris Tucker, stand-up comedian. Okay, known for Def Comedy Jam. He appears in multiple photographs, including one on an airport runway with Ghislaine Maxwell. Tucker was also on Epstein's flight logs for 2002 humanitarian trip to Africa with Bill Clinton, but he has denied any knowledge of Epstein's illicit activities. Okay. Then we get to Bill Cosby. Documents show correspondence between Cosby and Epstein, including invitations to dinner parties. Epstein followed Cosby's 2015 sexual assault case and unsuccessfully tried to buy his home in 2017 and 2018. No indication of wrongdoing. Interesting. Why would he want to buy his house? Woody Allen. He and his wife regular guests at Epstein's townhouse starting in 2010, attending dinners with intellectuals. Epstein helped Allen's daughter get into college via a connection. Photos show Allen with Epstein in social settings. Allen has described Epstein as charming but denied any wrongdoing. Okay. Bobby Slayton. Is a comedian. He frequently corresponded with Epstein via text and email, thanking him for stays in New York apartment during tours. Slayton invited other comedians like Louis Black to dinners with Epstein and Woody Allen. No wrongdoing indicated. Louis Black attended a dinner at Epstein's home by Slayton, along with Woody Allen and others. Black stated he was unaware of any inappropriate activities and was there because Epstein was reportedly a fan of stand-up comics.
We're talking about com
Yeah.
comedians, but nothing we've said so far is funny at all.
And one more. Jon Stewart mentioned in the 2015 email Epstein suggested Stewart could host or narrate a biographical stand-up special for Woody Allen. Other comedians like Joe Rogan, Dave Attell, Louis C.K., Kurt Metzger, Mark Norman, Dan Soder, Big J. Okerson have been referenced in analysis of the files, often in emails where Epstein discussed comedy shows. Also, they're like he was talking about them. It's 6 million pages as of late
Oh,
2025.
why would there be 6 million pages of anything? That's
I don't know.
retarded.
I don't know.
Like they have an omnibus bill that's like 1,200 pages. Nobody reads it. It's impossible. What is a million? That's just fucking
This
lies.
is a lot of years of stuff, man.
I don't know, man.
I don't think it's a lot.
Millions of pages, my ass.
Not
So,
billions,
so
millions.
it's why not billions? Trillions.
Billions and trillions of pages.
They
Speaking of
beat
Trump, he supposedly he was the one that whistle blew on Epstein, supposedly.
8 guys beat the living shit out of a yeshiva kid in
Yeah.
when he walked off of Yeshiva University campus. God damn it!
Dude,
Just now,
if there was a time for JDL,
it is time.
почему?
So,
Почему перестань?
I don't know, man. I don't know if they were ever serious. Like Kahana was serious, but like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
What, the actual JDL? They were serious. They were pretty serious.
like I remember,
it's
I
time for
remember,
something.
I
I know
remember. I
that.
was kind of like
hmm
JDL adjacent
hmm
when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I know kids. I remember like training session. I remember all that stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it existed after Kahana. I
Listen,
hope.
it's time for something. It's time for Jews to do something. You
No, they
know?
got to leave. You can't.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
They're too. It's not even about leaving. It's like it's about how they are.
Yeah.
We talked about it to, point. I can't. I'm too stressed to talk about it.
Yeah.
So it's
Dude.
always Mashiach. Mashiach is really the only
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to Eric today. I was hanging out with him for a little bit.
Hmm.
We were talking about like the water supply.
Yeah.
They want to put mRNA into the water supply. They want to put poisons into the water supply. They want to put
Yeah.
poisons into lettuce.
Yeah.
In the air. They're
Yeah.
spraying.
Yeah.
So, and we've spoken about this concept before. The whole thing about the way modern civilization is set up, the infrastructure, the streets, the houses, plumbing, where people get food, right? It is not conducive to survival.
Yeah.
It's a Cainian system, meaning it was introduced to the world by Cain, the original Cain, the first Cain talked about in the Torah.
Yeah.
The only way to really live in a for human beings to live without being in constant danger of being poisoned and of starving is to live directly near a fresh water source,
Yeah.
like a stream or a river,
Hmm.
to be able to farm some of your own food and grow some of your own crops. And that's it. That's how villages used to exist. Okay. Um, we have to go back to that. It doesn't mean that we have to get rid of the internet. We can still have internet. We can still communicate with each other. We can still have electronic devices.
Yeah.
But it seems like the entire city civilization
Yeah.
type thing was created to eventually kill everyone. It was all leading to the point so that it'd be really easy to just murder the whole world.
Yeah.
Right? Just poison the water supply. So easy. And poison the food and spray shit in the air. And that's it. Or starve them out.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where to get food if there's no food in the supermarkets.
Dude, you know what's incredible to me, without divulging too much information, an opportunity came up for my partner and I, and
The
my
point
partner.
is, I'm sorry to,
Yeah.
I apologize, but the whole reason I brought all that
Yeah.
doomy shit up was because
Yeah.
people don't understand
Yeah.
that Mashiach is not an option.
No, no, I know.
He's not like everything's going well and then
Yeah.
Mashiach shows up and things get better. No, no,
No.
no. Mashiach is the only thing that's going to stop them from. Most people, when Mashiach comes, I predict,
Yeah.
are going to be like, they won't even know how much danger they were in.
Yeah. That's true.
So oblivious.
No, I know. I know. I know. Well, that's what I wanted to tell you. Like something came across my partner and I's kind of desk, so to speak, and it's something that's an opportunity in Brooklyn. And just literally last night, I sat with my partner and I told my partner, listen, man, he's from California, you know? He doesn't know the landscape so well of this kind of tri-state area, kind of like geographically where everything is and what's what and who's who, whatever it is. And I told him, listen, man, you don't, it's not a knock on him. I just straight up told him, like, realistically, you don't know Brooklyn, right? And I told him, even if this was the year, I don't know, 2005 or even 2010, you know, but we're in the year 2026. We have literally a mini Ayatollah as the mayor. And, I told him straight up, neither me nor anybody else is about to sit inside of a wine store that has, like the first door and then the second door, the buzzer where you buzz people in the first door and then you buzz people in the second door. Kind of like those jewelry shops on 47th Street, And then to keep like their finest stuff behind the glass case, you know? And then you have that pellet gun that Roseanne was doing commercials for. It's called like a stop, like a gun that you don't need a license for, like a stopper gun with like
She was
hard.
doing commercial for that? Okay.
Yeah, for like the hard pellets, not
Yeah,
bullets,
yeah.
but they just stop like stun a person, and then the cops get there and whatever. So I'm like, dude, you need this? I told him, I'm like, he's like, you're right. You're absolutely right. That was one of the things, among other things that we were talking about. That was like a kind of a, minuses. And I'm like, dude, like, this is Mamdani's New York, man. I'm not trying to go there. I'm not trying to go there. This is something that's close to where you grew up, that neighborhood, you know? Yeah. I was just explaining. I was just like, dude, no. Like the thing we should be doing is I mean, if we're gonna stay in this area, at least be, suburbs, mountains, whatever you call it, rural, which is fine. I mean, relatively speaking. But
Dude,
do not
I
go into New York.
okay, but I'm just saying that like you
New York
technically
City.
live in a suburb, but it's
Yeah,
not rural.
I
It's
know it's not.
city.
I know, but what I'm saying is that there is as of now at least, there's a big difference between where I am and say, Manhattan
But
or Brooklyn.
you still got Manhattan problems. Like, if there's no food, where are you gonna
Yeah,
get it? If there's no water, where are you gonna get it?
correct.
You
No,
don't know,
listen,
you don't have a
listen.
fresh stream that you can go to that you know about.
Actually, I do.
Do you?
Around here, yeah. No, I'm serious. I'm not kidding. The only thing is, like,
That's good.
there are people that grow, like our neighbors, actually, or their father, of blessed memory, he was like 98 years old. The guy was into his 90s, was growing stuff in the backyard, like tomatoes, this, that, climbing on the roof.
That's amazing.
And like the
I'd
guy
love
was
to grow a
just
tomato.
incredible. The guy was incredible. The guy was incredible.
I've tried to grow a tomato.
Yeah.
The only thing we've ever succeeded at growing that we actually ended up
You have
eating
you have
was
cucumbers,
a
no?
was a large, strange cucumber.
Yeah,
After
I
all
saw
the
that.
effort that we've,
Yeah.
it's hard to grow stuff. It's really hard to grow stuff. It's a
Listen, it's
very
hard to grow stuff. It's hard to grow stuff. Actually, in the climate that you're in, it's a little bit hard to grow stuff because of I think the humidity, no? Or you would think it would be
no,
good.
no. It's much easier. It should be much easier to grow stuff.
So what's
But
the issue?
I think we were like, we were using grow bags because we have
Mm,
a concrete
yeah,
back like patio thing,
yeah, yeah.
and we were using grow bags. Maybe we didn't use the right soil. I mean, I'm just saying we tried trial and error several times. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Perhaps we weren't using the right soil.
You know,
We had like
you know what I heard is good? Like copper. People put copper.
there's all sorts of tricks. Yeah,
You know the whole thing, right?
we had
Ask what's his.
I'm
Ask
trying
Eric.
to
He probably knows.
we had like pests and we had to get like neem oil. I don't know, man. We didn't use the
Yeah,
right seeds. The
yeah,
point is, it's so finicky.
yeah. It is.
Shit doesn't just grow. You
I
don't put
know.
it in soil,
I know.
water, and then like
Mm.
God will make it hard. God makes it hard.
Got us to no, he has to bless it. That's why Eretz Israel and it is Israel, folks. If you don't know the history, it's funny. So we were just talking about with someone. With my partner, I was talking about how so many people didn't know, you know, that people like Mark Twain and other writers came to Israel in the 1800s,
Yeah,
and what they saw was like basically like it was like desolate, right? Because
yeah,
this
absolute
is this is
desolation.
even before. I mean, there were some Jews there, but this is before like what we call the first Aliyah. Like where the brunt of like actually Hasidic Jews came to farm and all that stuff.
There were always Jews
Yeah,
in Jerusalem and in Tiberias and the
yeah.
Tzfat area and
What
Hebron.
I'm saying is this was
Yeah,
before the major
agriculture, right?
major agricultural movement. So Mark Twain reported he's like all I saw was tumbling tumbleweeds, and then when the Jews and Rav Kook talked about it, that basically God only it's like again we are married to God, right? So God only blesses the land when its children are there. When that's the only time anything grows.
Israel,
When
it was only going to bloom for Jews. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. Like yeah. I mean you could say, Arabs growing olive trees. Olive trees grow on their own. And almond, shkedim, almond trees and olive trees. These are things that grow naturally in Israel on their own. You don't have to do anything. You get doofus to grow an olive tree in Israel. But if you want to talk about oranges and anything really, grapes, vineyards, uh, apples, anything like that, yeah, tomatoes, cucumbers. There's a whole issue, for example, again, we spoke about this before. If you're an Orthodox Jew and you go to the market, let's say in Jerusalem, you have to make sure, you have to look or read behind the guy standing at the vegetable stand, read if he has a kosher certification. Why? Because that kosher certification, it will say, these vegetables came from a person that keeps Shemitah, that keeps the laws of the seventh year, letting land lie fallow. Some people don't even bother with that. Some people just buy fruits and vegetables that come from abroad to Israel because they don't want to deal with that issue. Right? It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing in Israel. Like, there's laws of the land, there's laws of agriculture, but it's amazing. It was completely desolate, and now it's blooming. And people are talking about, oh, you're not the people, that's not your land, folks. I mean, we're the only people that anything grew for, and it's not. I'm not pumping us up. I'm just telling you that it's God. God did this. God said, "You're the only people that I'm going to grow anything for."
Greg, I'd like to remind you of
Yes.
something.
Yes.
I am so I'm long past the point of caring. Wait, just let me say it. I'm long
Yeah.
past the point of caring what any critics say
Yeah.
about Jews belonging in Israel.
Yeah.
It has zero effect on
Yeah.
me whatsoever.
I'm talking to Jews, by the way,
I know,
not those idiots. Yeah.
I know. And so, but it's sometimes like when you hear Jews try to like constantly,
Yeah.
defend it and try to show it, I'm now angrier at the Jews than I originally was at the people who were
Of course.
criticizing
Of course.
for why am I angry at them? Because why do you have any emotions or care? Why do you care in this? Why does anybody care? Why does anybody know who Anna Kasparian is?
Yeah.
The only way I found out about her is because of whiny Jews who are constantly
Yeah.
playing defense
Yeah.
and justification arguments.
Can I give an answer that I learned about? I guess again back to Rav Kook.
I'm very
Yeah.
unhappy about the fact that I was forced to learn about Candace Owens and Anna
No,
Kasparian.
no, I know. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the question that you just posed. Why why is it that the Jews care about anybody's opinion? Um, there's like this idea. It's a shame I don't have the book right now. Rav Kook's magnum opus called Orot, Lights, and he talks about Israel and the nations, and it's one of those things where, in a way, God made this kind of mechanism, this like celestial. I call it the celestial Rube Goldberg machine, that it almost seems like uh, the nations, why was there, for example, a UN vote for them to approve the state of Israel being created, right? Because celestially, it's almost as if we spoke about this. Every nation has a ministering angel, and these ministering angels, it's almost like they have to give what's called a haskama, like an approbation for the Jews to have their land, right? For the Jews to come back to the land. But why is that the case? Why? Because it's connected to the future. It's connected to, you mentioned Mashiach, right? So, okay, so what do we know about the Mashiach era? The Mashiach era is when, the Jews are going to be back in the land, and there's going to be a Beit HaMikdash. There's going to be a temple. And we read in our prayers, the last part of our prayer is called Aleinu, right? And it says in English, I'll say it in English, every knee shall bend, every tongue shall swear, right? The whole world is going to have knowledge of God. So the nations, this is all subconscious on their end. The nations subconsciously know that they're going to follow, I mean, they're going to follow God, but by way of the Jewish people, right? And so in a way, again, that's the mechanism. They are giving the Jewish people sort of a, it's not, again, I don't want to say haskama or probation, because at the end of the day, we need only God's approval, right? But he created this mechanism where it's like the nations are saying, yes, 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 Jews, go home, build a temple, and we're going to follow you, and da 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 da, right? And the rest is history. But here's where we screwed up, right? 1967 war. Uh, you hear over the
We
radio.
didn't, Greg, we didn't screw up. It wasn't us.
Okay, no, I understand. I'm just saying, here's where things went wrong, right? 1967 war. You hear over the loudspeaker, Harabait, I'm gonna say it in Hebrew, Harabait Beyadenu, the Temple Mount is in our hand. And then this freaking guy comes along. What's his name? Moshe Dayan? No, we don't need this Vatican. I'm gonna go steal some artifacts and give it to, whatever, Jordanians or whatever it is. So yeah, we have these Erev Rav, but at the end of the day, quote unquote, why do we care? It's not that we care what the nations think. What it is even these Jews who are disconnected, again, they know that there's a God. They know that Israel is connected to this whole thing. Why do you think, for example, now that they see that not we, but that the temple has not been built, and that the state of Israel, the stupid state of Israel, refuses to annex Judea and Samaria, and whatever it is, right? So these people come along, all these like popes and organizations and NGOs, and they're like, oh, okay, so let's internationalize Jerusalem. If the Jews are not gonna, what's called make a hazaka on it, a kinyan, it's called, acquiring. So let's internationalize Jerusalem. Okay, and out of nowhere comes again. I don't. I'm just mentioning Trump for this illustration, and he says no in his first term. The greatest power in the world is going to recognize again, give a approbation to the fact that this is the capital of the Jewish people. That's huge. That means that already happened in Shemayim. That already happened in heaven. This is not me saying this. A lot of rabbis already said that many, many times. If it already happened in heaven, all these presidents before, whatever, they promised, they didn't do it. Okay, it didn't happen in heaven. It already happened in heaven. So Trump went and did it, just like with Golan Heights, which Ehud Barak was going to give away up until 1999. To the point where these like Druze guys who live over there were afraid of the Syrians, so they were walking around in the Golan with Syrian flags, and then they switched. I visited the same guy. He had now Israeli flags because they know that's it. Okay, Israel has the Golan. So it's not that we care, quote unquote. It's that there's like this interplay between us and the nations know, and we know that we're going to be, kingdom of priests and holy nation, and the conduit between them and Hashem. But the only thing that's stupid is like at this point, it's almost like they have it backwards. The people that care about the nations. No, first you have to like acquire the land, and then talk to the nations. Don't talk. Don't. Oh yeah, it's our land. And explanations and oh please. Oh this. No, that's not. They're looking for us. They're looking at us to do what we need to do. Just like 67, just like 73, just like all those other times. And God, you saw how God saved us from our own stupidity. We were going to give, again, this government was going to give 96 or 98, whatever the hell the stupid number was, percent of Judea and Samaria to Arafat. So God just hardens Arafat's heart. He refuses it. Thank God. I mean, he launched an intifada. But thank God he refused. Thank God. Baruch Hashem.
I don't say thank God.
No, I mean,
say what you want, but I don't.
No, what I mean is, it's a good thing that like that didn't happen.
Yeah, but like God could have made it. I'm not getting. We're not. I can't. I wanted to talk about comedy. This is like the exact. I'm so exhausted. Like I can't. This is so.
All right, let's talk about comedy.
This is just a
let's move on.
Reminder of the shit that we're in. That's all.
Let's move on to comedy, Frank. I was watching Roseanne Barr's documentary about her life.
That's not going to be comedy.
Actually, no, it was pretty funny. She was talking about what is it called? She was talking about how her meteoric rise. Speaking of meteoric rises, man, like she had a meteoric rise. You know
Yeah.
this whole story. When she was a kid, she like she was her relatives were watching something about the Shoah, about the Holocaust, so she locked herself in a bathroom because she didn't want to watch it. She lived with her grandmother, and in the bathroom she had some sort of vision from like an angel or from God, like a voice, and it told her that she's gonna have her own show on television.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be called Roseanne. She's like, it's not a lie, it's a fact. And then you fast forward, and she all of a sudden she's like, she was working at a bar when she was younger. She was married, working at a bar, and people thought she was funny. She got up on stage, and then she actually went to what's her name? Pauly Shore's mom's club, comedy store. Next thing she knows, she's like going from 5 minutes to 20 minutes, 20-minute sets. Next thing she knows is on Johnny Carson. Then she has her own, I don't know. She goes on tour. You know what she went on tour with? Opening for Julio Iglesias, 18 city tour. Like of all people,
That's so interesting.
performing in front of like 60,000, opening, like doing like opening at, warming up in front of 60,000 people per
This
night.
is that's very, very strange.
Huh.
Julio Iglesias, it was odd. People were very surprised. Like when I was a little kid, like
Yeah,
3, 4, 5, I had I had a tape.
yeah,
It was my favorite tape. I kept asking everybody to put it on. It was Julio Iglesias. It
yeah,
was either one of his albums or like the best of.
yeah,
It was like my favorite thing to listen to. It's
yeah.
all I wanted to listen to when I was like a little kid. Strange.
Dude, that guy, I mean,
By the
I-
way, Roseanne,
you can't be
just
married and be him.
a week ago,
Yeah,
Roseanne calls me and says, "Oh, listen, I have these jokes that I wanted to. They're kind of Jewish jokes, and like I wanted to run by you to see if it would offend, like religious people, and both." Never called. Never called. She never called me back. It's like, what happened, Roseanne? If you're watching this, what happened? How come you never called? Happens all the time.
yes.
It's just a strange thing. No,
Yeah,
no, I don't mean Roseanne. I mean just like
yeah,
it's odd. Like I never pictured myself interacting with people who
yeah.
would be on TV.
Same. Yeah,
But Roseanne is like different because
yeah,
there are two voices, female voices that like came from the TV, but
yeah,
they almost sound like they're family
yeah,
just because of how often you heard them in your house. For
yeah,
me, one of them was Roseanne because my
yeah,
mom watched the Roseanne show.
yeah,
So it was on like, when it was on in the 90s and Cheers,
yeah. Oh, Kirstie Alley. Yeah,
Kirstie Alley.
yeah.
And they both have very distinct voices. They're not like,
Do you know
yes.
whose voice is the most familiar? Well, besides Roseanne, Roseanne is familiar to me, and also the lady who played Claire Huxtable, no, Bill Cosby's wife.
Yeah, that's right. Felicia Rashad.
This very
Yeah.
silky, like, listen, a black lady's voice. It was.
I don't know if her voice was like
It was like this silky.
definitively, but it was
It was a silky version of. It was like very like very. It was like as refined as it gets. Let's put it that way.
it's the strangest thing, but
Yeah.
of all the like the sitcom moms that reminded me of my mom,
Yeah.
it was her. It was Felicia
Really.
Rashad.
Yeah.
Just something about
Yeah.
just the way she carried herself and
It's a.
even 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 the face.
It's the 80s. It's the 80s professional woman. That's what it was. You know? Uh yeah. It's that whole thing. By the way, in this documentary, Roseanne, her whole goal, by the way, she achieved that goal of making you feel like you're watching kind of something closer to your family than some random sitcom people, or
Yeah.
characters or caricatures. And her whole battle with these stupid writers on the show was, they wanted to do this caricature stuff, and she wanted to show natural, organic, Midwestern family. And it's interesting because I, I actually texted her. I said, I don't understand why Bill Cosby was able to do that. Bill Cosby was able to pull off, and nobody fought him on it. I mean, it could be, I don't know, maybe it's because he's a man. I don't know what the reason is. Nobody fought him on it. He got to do whatever he wanted. He had free, what is it called? Artistic license. Maybe it's because he
Well,
was
I think he
whatever.
was in the game much, much
He was in the
longer.
game for much longer, yeah. She was just like this
She
upstart
was
comedian,
kind
yeah.
of new, and he was already
Yeah.
old.
And she
He was
wasn't a
already
writer.
old.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
already old. She wasn't a writer. He had like that show from before and he had
a lot of movies. Like he was,
yeah.
look, he was around since like the early '60s, the late
Yeah.
'50s.
Yeah. By the time that show started, he was already like Mr. Control.
Yeah,
Mr. in Control.
he'd been in the industry forever,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
one of the biggest stand-ups ever.
Yeah. But the thing is,
And
he
he
was
was
already
the,
proof. What I'm saying
he
is,
was the biggest star in the world.
he was proof of concept, and then she wanted to kind of do the same kind of thing, and she was good. Whatever she wrote was amazing. Whenever they did her stuff, her material, like her writing, it was amazing. She basically took like when his show went off the air, she became number one. She was number two and behind them, and then
Yeah,
Cosby went off the air, and Roseanne became number one.
yeah,
Um, it's just crazy, and then she describes it how these dudes are like they're all like Harvard dudes, and she's like yeah, they saw Americans as deplorable, and it didn't matter if it was Democrats or Republicans that they were looking at. They saw all these Midwestern people as deplorables, even back
yeah.
in the 90s, 80s, 90s. She's so funny. She's like, I got all these different awards for her show. She got a Peabody Award. A Peabody Award is given to people who are like, it's like high-minded art, uh, this kind of thing. And she's like, I didn't go to no Harvard, then I got a Peabody Award. She's like, F you all. So it was like sticking it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got all kinds of stuff. She got Emmys.
I actually like in terms of like my comedy, stand-up comedy, I wasn't as familiar with her as a stand-up. You know, I became familiar with her as, in the
Yeah,
show,
yeah,
Roseanne.
yeah.
But watching her as a guest on Norm Macdonald made me, appreciate her a little bit more
Is there
as
clips of this? I
as a
wonder.
comedian.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was a guest on his show,
yeah,
and it was a pretty good episode. I feel the same way about Gilbert Gottfried and Andy Dick.
yeah.
Like
Oh, you're talking about, yeah,
I wasn't a fan of their stand-up
yeah,
until I saw them on Norm Macdonald's show. Even
yeah,
like Bob Saget.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
There's a few clips here of her. This is like during COVID. They're quarantined with Norm Macdonald. This thing.
I no, it
There, I
was on
mean, there's an
the
episode of
show.
Saturday Night Live when she's playing. She has like
Not that. No, no. He had a
multiple
podcast.
personalities. Oh,
Norm
okay,
Macdonald Live. It's hard
let's
to
see.
find them. I don't know
Yeah, yeah,
why
yeah, yeah.
it's hard to find them, but
There's another
it was
thing.
the best show,
Yeah, and she was on it.
and she was on it.
She,
And
I
that was
think
and she was funny. She was
this
really funny on that
this
show.
is interesting. Norm Macdonald tells a story about a writer on the Roseanne show. Actually want to see what it's like.
He was a writer.
This
He
one
was a
guy, so I
writer
don't want to
on her
say
show.
I won't say his name, but he's a
Did you
writer.
know that?
He was
Yeah.
a comic at the Comedy Store, and just a guy, not really a writer. So he says he never says anything in the room. He's there for like 2 years, and finally he goes, "I got an idea," and everybody's like, "You do, David?" Well, his first name is David. So he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "What would happen? What would happen if Dan came home and Roseanne was washing her big ass in the sink?"
That sounds funny.
That sounds very funny. So everybody's like, "Yeah, he's an African American," so you're like, "Yeah, that's a good one." And he goes, "Yeah," but he says, "The thing is, it turns out it ain't Roseanne, it's Roseanne's twin sister."
Oh.
And then, so they say, "Well, Roseanne already, we already have Jackie." He goes, "Who Jackie?" He's been on the show for 2 years. Who Jackie? This one guy, so
That's hilarious. It's got to be a black guy. I
So
wonder who it
I'm
is.
saying, did you know that you knew that Norm was a writer on the Roseanne show, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard something about that. Yeah, yeah. Norm Macdonald had the best Trump joke ever with Greg Gutfeld. This is Roseanne talking about a Norm Macdonald Trump joke. Let's
Okay.
see. Let's see. I guess this is after he passed away already. Let's see what he says. Oops. Whoops.
You just get up and it flows.
Yeah.
It just comes. It just
Be-
flows.
be-
You don't have to do because you've got the muscle working.
Well, yeah,
I
it's been I've been doing that every day as a magazine writer. I didn't have the by the way, being a magazine writer is pretty lazy. If you, I mean, like, what do you do? Write 2 articles a month? But back then, I'd get up every morning and I'd write little bits for prevention. These little health front, they were called health fronts, 121 words, and I would have to write, blah, 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 and call a doctor. Sometimes I have to call 2 doctors, interview them, transcribe. Also, transcribing helped because I could listen and then write it. And now I write now when I just listen to anybody, I will write stuff. You'll see me on the 5. I'm scribbling away, and
you're always doing that.
Yeah, and it's just like it's something that like somebody said that if when you're writing or when you're thinking a thought, writing it down, the more muscles that you use, the more likely you will like form it, create it. And so I always write it down, even if it's stupid. Sometimes I won't have an idea at all, and I'll just start writing, and it'll just somehow come out. Isn't that weird?
That happens with me too.
Yeah, it's just freaky.
And sometimes it'll be like you're there for a really long time, and then it just changes.
It changes.
It's something that you can't describe, but
and
it
editing
does
is
feel
fun.
good when it comes out and you know it's going to work, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's great when you have like let's say this much writing, and then somehow you edit it, and something happens, and you just lose half of it, and it's like bam! It's
you
like
find the core.
Yeah, the core,
the right core,
the core,
of it,
and it's just like fuck. It's like bam! It's like this thing, and no one else has done it. Like no one else has found. Like you can come up with a thought no one else came up with, and there's 7 billion people, and you're like, it's like that to me is that is like a real buzz, and I get so hyped on it, and then I get into a groove, and then when I get to work, I'll edit nonstop because editing to me is now more fun. Like, how do you get something smaller? How do you get it? Yeah, it's so much. It's like it's got to be
concise.
It is
yeah, and it's still, even if it's just a joke, it still has to have a beginning, middle, and punch.
Exactly.
And it's got to go in a loop and then go left instead of right.
Yeah,
it's fun.
The worst thing is when I have a great joke and I fuck up the delivery.
I know.
And I'm like, when I do the show, I don't stop down and do it over again because I just go, no, I just have to live with it. And, that's it. And maybe people won't notice. Most people don't, but I did. And I feel like a word, I fucked up a word. That will drive me crazy.
Yeah, you have to bring it back in a couple nights.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it again. We used to say, me and Lori Metcalf would say, when we do that, we'd go, Christ, we fucked up a line because they're such gold. But we'd say, it's kind of like a bunch of crap just dribbles out of your mouth onto your thing, and you're just staring at it. Then you're going like, should I make a funny face?
Yeah.
But then you're like, no, I'm just going to have to sit here with this all over.
Yes.
It's horrible, especially when it's like falling over a word because the timing matters so much.
Mm-hmm. And do
you always know it's going to work?
I get mad. I will scold the audience if it doesn't work. Yeah. There was a great joke. So there was a trans male athlete. This was a news story, who was showering and dressing with the girls, and a girl was there, and he was caught staring at her breasts. This was a news story, and the joke, I'm trying to remember it. The joke goes, in his defense, he said that he was staring at her breasts so he would lose his boner. Nobody. It was like it kind of just went. It just laid there, and it's like I was like, "Oh, you!" And I'm yelling at the audience, and I think it's on the show. I'm going, "You guys, that was the best joke," and it was a joke. Like it was a joke that was like workshop between me and I think it was Joe Mackey, and I don't even remember how it just like. And then it was like. To lose the boner was like, that is just brilliant.
It is. It's good. It takes a good snake laugh.
Yes.
I like that. I thought I tried this for years and it never did work. I shouldn't have said it that way. I shouldn't have said that first. But I thought this was so funny and it never did work. Well, now I said. But it just cracks me up still. I'll see what you all think it's funny because I already told you. But anyway, I go, you know that thing where they go, I complained because I had no shoes. You know how it
Yeah,
goes,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so mine was, I complained because I had no shoes. But then I met a woman who had no waist. I don't know why that.
I don't know the premise. Though.
Just because I was always obsessed with having no waist, I guess. I don't know. It's just crazy.
I thought it was good. That's
stupid.
That's in like Stephen Wright territory.
Yeah. Oh my God, where is he?
I think I saw him on something. He might even have a special.
He needs to come back.
Yeah, he was
He was
amazing.
fiercely crazy. Good.
Oh God, he was great. He wrote like the perfect just jokes. Also, though, the best. I think the best was Norm Macdonald.
Oh, Norm.
I mean, yeah.
So nobody's ever going to be that funny
No,
again.
and he was one of us. He was
I
mean, he was not a liberal, and it was. I'll never forget when he complimented me on Twitter, and I thought I was going to pass out because and then I went to see him at the Paramount Theater in New York, and I'm getting on a train with my buddy, and he's on the same train. He goes, "Get over here, come over here," and we just sat and we hung out the entire night. I went backstage with him and just sat in the green room, and then we hung out the night after, and then we took the train back together. And he got yelled at by the conductor and other people because he was so loud because he gambles on his phone.
Right.
And he was like watching these games and just like intense screaming and like people are like complaining and they told him to shut up.
God, I miss him. He had the best. I still watch I still watch everything I can of him.
His podcasts.
There was nobody. I know.
Oh my God. Some of them were so dry and brutal.
When he was on SNL and doing the news, though,
there was
nothing. There was
the best
nothing,
shit ever.
And they hated it so bad.
Yeah, he got fired for OJ jokes and Hillary jokes. That's what
But those jokes.
Yes.
Oh,
He did the View, and they did not know.
Oh, the View.
Wait,
Yeah,
can you
they
stop
didn't know
it?
what to do with them.
That's the best when he's like,
Okay, so can we do the next thing? If you can find it, if you could go on YouTube and find Jim Downey on Conan O'Brien, like Conan O'Brien needs a friend. He has a podcast now. He has a podcast.
Jim Downey. Oh, I see this. Okay.
Yeah, so Jim Downey was the writer on Saturday Night
They
Live.
both were fired from SNL.
They were working. Him and Norm were good friends, and they were always working together on the jokes that he did for Weekend Update.
Yeah.
And Jim Downey, by the way, is the principal from Billy Madison, who's like, what you just said.
Oh, this guy, same guy,
is the most ridiculous. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. God rest your soul, because you made everybody stupid.
In the details that it's a drag, and you sit there and you have to try and get it right. But I think Twain says the difference between the right word and almost the right word is the difference between lightning and a lightning.
Yeah. So what I'm looking for specifically is where he talks about like their writing process on Weekend Update. On Saturday Night Live.
Oh, this is he's talking about. You got fired.
Yeah, he's gonna talk about it. But specifically, there's a moment where he's like something about, he was writing something about a headline about the alien autopsy.
Oh my God.
Like in the 90s, somebody provided like a fake alien autopsy video, and they were like writing about it, and it's the best. All right, please.
Let's just watch it.
No, I don't know.
It's 10 minutes long. It's 10 minutes long.
There's a few clips. I don't know if it's on this one.
Well, let's see.
All right.
Bug. It's just like that. When you get the right wording, when you get it just right, it makes a difference. And I think the work that you and Norm did on Update is proof that you guys worked really hard. You got fired for it because, unfortunately, one of the people at the top at NBC was a good friend of OJ's.
Was his closest friend.
Was his closest friend. And you got fired for that. And but you've always thought that was a kind of a proud moment for you, because a lot of people reached out when that happened and identified that was the wrong move.
Had so many. I mean, it was really. I have to say, I'm not the most sensible person in my personal life. You probably know me well enough, Conan, to have picked that up. But I'll
testify to that.
I didn't. I'd gotten divorced that year, basically. So I was sort of I maybe I was feeling kind of, it's kind of ornery and like, but certainly, and also like with a little less responsibility. Norm, I know, took it much harder than I did. I sort of looked at it philosophically and said, you know what? It's like, the A.E. Housman poem to an athlete dying young, before fame outran the man, kind of thing. And if that's, maybe I have that backwards too, but anyway, we were yanked off, and maybe that's better than risking that where you peak and then it's downhill.
You stick around too long.
Yeah. And we didn't we weren't put in that position of having to, to make that decision. It was made for us. But I know that Norm, the story about that, I know you know this story, but I think people who are fans of Norm deserve to know this about him. The network went to Norm and said, we want to get rid of Jim Downey. And we just want you to know, you're cool with that, right? He said, no, if you can't fire him. If you fire him, I quit. And they go, that's crazy. I mean, he's not helping you, the segment's too mean or whatever. And he said, well, no, I'm not doing it without him. And he never told me that. And I didn't hear that for years. I heard it from some network executives. And and part of everything else, if that had been me, that would have been, you bet Norm would have heard, You
would have talked about it. Yeah,
of course. I mean, come on.
Norm didn't. I mean, he was very stoic, old world. He came from a different century.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I remembered when he died, you called me and you said, you were mad at me initially. You said, I can't believe you didn't tell me, Conan. And I said, I didn't know. None of us knew. Laurie Joe knew.
And Mark Gervitz, his manager, knew.
Well, Gervitz knows everything.
His mother and his son knew.
Yeah.
And his brother. So outside of family, it was like 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't, and I know why he didn't. I mean, I've been told, and it made perfect sense, so I believe it, that he just didn't want it to ever be about anything but being funny.
Yep.
He didn't want to be brave or fighting the good fight, or, he didn't want to do heartwarming stuff. And he just wanted to be, but I was a little hurt that he didn't tell me. But I mean, I talked to him, I guess, I know you may have talked to him more recently than I'd had, but I'd talked to him certainly the summer of 2021, August.
We were trying to get him on my last late night show, which was 2 years. Yeah, it was not long before he passed, and we were trying really hard to get him to be, because I wanted nothing more than to him to be one of the last guests, and he was considering it, but then wouldn't do it, and then and I think he didn't. He knew that he didn't.
He also didn't. He knew that his appearance was kind of changing, and he didn't want to.
Yeah.
But I know this is shifting from one kind of bravery to another, but one of my proudest moments was a joke we did, and I think it was a Frank joke, Frank Sebastiano, but it was. There's a certain type of annoying, exactly what we're talking about, the kiss ass stuff. But it was a joke where we took the world's most innocuous kind of C-section news story, and it was we would clip a real news story and show it on the monitor so that the audience knew this is a real thing. We didn't make it up, and we did that for most of our things, and so the story was like, Denver City Council approves traffic light for, Martin Avenue. And so it goes enormous. It's like, this week, the Denver City Council finally, on its 3rd attempt, voted funds for a new traffic light on Martin Avenue. Then he turns dramatically to another camera and goes, maybe they would have voted the funding earlier if instead of a traffic light, it was for rich white men. and then we bring up a lower third. Applaud now. But that's the kind of stuff that there's not really a great place to laugh in that joke.
Right.
But that's the thing that, like, Norm, we would do our run through, like, we would work on the jokes a bit during the week, but mainly Friday night. And that's when especially I would do a lot of rewriting and refining, and then I'd run through stuff with Norm. And then Saturday, we do a run through, and then we're always screaming. We're always kind of late, getting in the studio really late because they were, come on, guys, we're losing time. So we'd come down, do our run through, and we'd make a few kind of changes, maybe think of some things for Norm to add. And then we'd have a dress.
Oh, yes. We went to Hotwire.
It's like an ad in the middle.
What is this crap?
It's an ad.
I know, but what the hell is
I don't know. I don't know why. It's just like the guy has to sell. He has to make more money than he already has. You know.
Right.
The producer, the big guy, was always like, tell us how long you want the segment to be. We're like, because we're the most easily bologna sliced segment, you know? And my attitude, and Norm kind of agreed, it's like, Norm wanted he didn't want to feel that like, we had to have, we were entitled to a certain amount of the show. But I always argued like anything, if we're cutting lean, we're in good shape, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, sure, we'll always cut the fat. Everyone should do that. But if we also have to give up something we don't want to give up, it's probably a good indication.
It's...
And anyway, if it's something, a lot of our stuff can be done next week, you know? And so, you know, we would do 6-minute updates. I think we did a 5-minute, they do like 12-minute updates now, you know, and they did them before us. And Norm, I will say this, Norm was not crazy about features.
Yeah.
He wasn't crazy about having other people on the segment, you know, always. And sometimes I had to like get him to be more involved with the guests.
Yeah.
But Seth Meyers was the best ever at interacting with, I mean, he was great at that. I wish Norm had been a little more playful like that.
I always took away from you, and I think about, you're in my head a lot over the years that I've been writing and all the years that I've been doing things. And you're surprisingly easy to masturbate to.
Oh, man.
No,
see? Okay, it's not this one. Damn it. Damn.
That is very bizarre thing to say.
No, you'd understand it if you had heard the joke that I wanted you to hear. So can you find the other clip? Like,
there's another one, shared an office with Bill Murray.
No.
No.
I don't know. It's just
on the Anarchy of Norm Macdonald's weekend update. This thing, I guess.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
That's the only other one.
It's probably that one.
Oh, there's a Jeffrey Epstein one for 2 minutes.
No.
And then there's
we got, you know, remember you told me one time you were talking about someone and you're like, you know, somebody who doesn't have any chill, like, you know, like there are people who don't have no chill. I need chill today.
I feel you.
I've never needed it.
I feel you.
Up until this.
Yeah.
I have to bring up this world without people stopping me and saying, I'm sorry about Norm Macdonald. And
skip ahead like by
the person who really needs to be hearing update. And then you and Norm, you were working with Norm was for music, just stripped down. We take distillation of
first of all, he was really, really smart. He was very intelligent, and he had a great look. He got a lot of goofy kind of stuff.
Yep.
And Norm could speak. You could write fairly complicated jokes for him, as long as you had a good writer, good editor, you know, making sure that it wasn't, you know, you didn't give him too many words because anyone's going to trip over if you create like a little minefield. But Norm could speak. He could speak beautifully. He could land things. He was clipped and precise. You know, his older brother Neil is a CBC newscaster. Yeah. And so Norm had what we call the perfect straight line going for in terms of his look. And he just had a great sensibility. Also, he hated easy laughs and what my colleague Seth Meyers, he coined the term clapter. I think he did. Always give him credit.
It was either him or Tina Fey. I can't remember. I'd hear different people. Or Oppenheimer. One of them came up with it.
But clapter is a perfect thing for that kind of like lazy, you know, just finger in the wind kind of, you know, sucking up to the audience.
Trump sucks. You know.
Yeah.
And then you get applause.
We might even agree with that politically, but you know, come on, they deserve more than that kind of shit. So just challenge them with stuff, even if it's going to maybe make them uncomfortable. Like, oh, I don't like laughing at that, but that's fucking funny, so I'm going to have to laugh, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to think of examples of what I'm talking about, but we would do, and of course the OJ jokes.
Well, here's the
were
thing.
a huge part of that.
So the OJ trial happens, and OJ, the murders, and then the trial, and it's, and this is where I really thought you and Norm Macdonald.
Did you pay the Apple Card like I asked?
So, if maybe skip ahead like a minute at a time, and I'll tell you where
the two have to come together. Try and do, but the knit cap, a bit of a bad day today. The defense trial when Johnny Cochran testified and held up the knit cap that was found at the scene of the murder. He was going on about the knit cap when suddenly he was interrupted by OJ, who said, "Hey, easy with that. That's my lucky stabbing cap."
Yeah.
And I remembered that being an ice bullet that went through my heart. It was so. Yeah,
that's my lucky stabbing hat.
Yeah, it's my lucky stabbing hat. And the thing is, and you know this too, he would say something like that, and I don't know where my camera is. It's there, I guess. That's my lucky stabbing hat. And he would hold in this way that nobody does. Hold and hold and hold. And he would do it for a joke that killed, as that one did. But he'd also do it for a joke that he liked, or that you liked, or that you guys liked.
Yeah.
And if it got nothing,
it was like, it wasn't. Some people said, you're punishing the audience for not liking the joke. No, we're giving them enough time to appreciate it. But you know, it's funny you mentioned there. I decided years later, because you have to have distance on this stuff to realize that a lot of, there was a through line to our OJ jokes, which was him. It was all cell phone stuff.
Yeah.
So that the standard OJ joke would be, so it would like like that one you just did. I think the way we got into it was like, though OJ may not have helped his case when he blurted out.
Yes, yeah.
You know,
of course.
hey, easy with that. That's my lucky stabbing hat. But there was one that was like, was OJ Simpson high on drugs the night of the murders? Absolutely not, says a defiant OJ. And a simple test of any of his blood found at the crime scene will prove it. And then there was one like
indignation.
There was one. There was one when like OJ Simpson had been criticized because the first Mother's Day after the murders, he played golf in Scotland.
Yeah.
And it's like this weekend, O.J. Simpson playing golf in Scotland was heavily criticized for missing the first Mother's Day and not spending the first Mother's Day since Nicole Brown Simpson's murder with his children. An angry Simpson responded, "Idiots, I didn't spend Mother's Day with my kids because I killed their mother." And so it's basically, but there was one, there was one joke, and by the way, it was Frank Sebastiano and Frank wrote a lot of great jokes for that segment, and he's the guy who contributed this joke structure. It'd be like several Navy warships have joined the search for an overturned thing in some of the most shark-infested waters on Earth. Also joining the search, the sharks.
Yeah,
and became like a
there's a one that I remembered, which is the rock group Better Than Ezra, or pop group Better Than Ezra came in second, whatever.
This week Rolling Stone released its list of the top 10 college acts on the summer tour. At number 1, Better Than Ezra. Number 2, Ezra.
He also had one that was we could do these forever, but he was talking about kickboxing. And he was just like, and he's doing update. And he said, of course, popular is kickboxing, an incredible martial art that combines whatever, the art of like punching, the martial arts of punching, karate, with kicking. And he just stares. And, because kicking on its own sounds like such a lame.
There were two more I wanted to bring up because I was Norm and I would spend like insane amounts of time obsessing over the precise wording of a joke.
Yeah.
And I remember there was one that I thought actually benefited from our kind of neurotic attention to detail, but it started off as a joke about Penthouse magazine had this cover story, which even if you didn't read Penthouse, you would see the cover on newsstands, and it was this week, shocking photos, alien autopsy. Mm-hmm. This is Penthouse magazine. So they claim to be actual photos of an alien autopsy. So the joke we started out with, which I think would have been good enough, was this week, Penthouse magazine released its much-awaited photos of an alien autopsy. According to those who've seen the issue, the photos were sharp, clear, and easy to masturbate to. So anyway, then I thought, like, you know what? That can be better. There's a better rhythm to that. So I first suggested that it should be, and quote, easy to masturbate to, because I just liked it for rhythm. And then I came up with one of my greatest contributions of the season, which was I added the word surprisingly. so that the joke became kind of different. So it was like, according to those who've seen the advanced copies, the photos are sharp, clear, and quote, surprisingly easy to masturbate to. You got this image of a guy going, at first I didn't think this would work, but God damn it, this is fucking hot.
All right, so that was the joke.
They're scared of. Oops.
No, but alien autopsy, but it's a very complex structure, but I don't know. I thought it was a very fascinating. He's a very great writer.
Yeah,
joke writer.
Do you want to watch Jim Brewer's thing about this perception of this Kill Tony thing? Of his own,
not really.
He explains like his whole what the hell he was doing there, and like.
Oh, is it critical of Kill Tony?
Let's see. I don't know. Like probably. It looks like he's like weirded out.
All right.
It's a whole whatever. Let's watch it. If it's not, then we'll stop it.
Okay.
One is the big one. Kill Tony. I'm not. You guys are. Some of you fans, no?
Yeah, I've seen a couple.
You guys are so lackadaisical because let me explain something to you. All right, the first time I said kill Tony, they all went, "Are you serious right now? Dude, kill Tony? No, oh my God." They were like, "You gotta tell us when you're kill Tony." I think Mike was really losing his snot about Kill Tony. My daughter was like, "Dad, you better be ready. Oh my God, it's my favorite show." I call Ira Dean. Ira Dean's like, "Oh man, I want to be on Kill Tony. Man, you so like." Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Tony Hinchcliffe is such, in my opinion, always a class act, extremely funny, and I'm not just saying that. He's asked me multiple times, like, "Jim, I really, really would like to have you on the show." And he was so kind. It's a little weird. It's not weird for me. But like he's much younger, and those guys like, "Man, when you the Comedy Central stuff, and when you started stand-up comedy, and we were watching you, it's because I don't feel I'm not in the game anymore. Does that make sense? And let me tell you something. I'm definitely nervous. All right. And when I say nervous, I'm just not sure what to expect. Because I've seen clips, and I'm prepping for this one guy. He's a black guy, and he comes out. He's got some dreads. He's kind of heavy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking
He's big on it. They get excited when he comes out, right? And I kind of want to see the one guy who talks like this. I'm a big fan of that guy. He makes me laugh very, very hard. And the other guy ranks people out. So I'm not lying to you. The minute I booked it, my friend calls me, Brian McKenna, comedian. You'll see Brian out there, and Brian goes, so you doing Kill Tony? I said, yeah. He goes, I might want to write some jokes in case, because they're really good. They're very quick on there. I'm like, oh God, did I do the wrong thing? He's like, no, just do it. I don't know how to approach this thing, right? So I show up, and I have to say, from the minute I showed up, the first impression I got is this whole crew that Tony Hinchcliffe put together. They've been doing it for years. Everyone thinks this show just blew up overnight. It didn't blow up overnight, or it just was created recently. This show has been on, I think, from like 2013 or something. It's been around a long time. 12 years, 13 years?
Yeah, 2013.
2013 is when Kill Tony started, right? And so to walk in and everyone's just relaxed and they're talking, they're just hanging out. It's almost like walking into a friend's house. That's the atmosphere. It's a friend's house. And everyone, it doesn't matter. You can't walk in there going, I don't know if you know it, but almost 25 years ago, I used to do some things. On television, you might only gonna have baked. It was kind of a big deal, still kind of a little bit cold. Still got some people in the younger age might say, hey, ain't you the guy? Not a lot, but most of them are 40 and over. So you can't walk in there with a badge of, do you know who I am? I learned that a long time. I learned that a long time ago. Anyway,
Greg,
you just got to bring the funny. Well,
yes.
I think this would only make sense for people who saw that episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it may not, you know what I mean? Like it may not. I don't know.
I mean, he's just talking about like his experience. I don't know.
Yeah, it's long.
No, yeah.
He's gonna go on like this.
Yeah.
You know. But
you know what's funny? You know what's funny, man? I sent a friend of mine a clip. You want to see this clip? It's what is his name? Oh my God. Martin Lawrence on Def Comedy Jam.
Wow, that's been a.
And it's actually, I mean, in my opinion, it's hilarious. It's like a few clips. It's like a sequence of
Martin
clips.
Lawrence is a hilarious comedian.
Dude, he was making fun of people's like appearance, you know, like in the audience.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like black people, whatever. Like it's like, you know, funny people. But here,
huge people.
No, but it's like this whole like here. And I sent it to my friend who was into like hip hop stuff, whatever it is. And my friend writes back to me. He's like our age, a little older. He goes, comedy was wild back then. And I write to him, it was comedy? It was what it's supposed to be. So here, this is...
Comedy was comedy back then.
Yeah, I'm like, it was comedy. It's whatever. Yeah, this is here, one second. This is Martin Lawrence on Def Comedy. This is like different clips of him like making fun of people's clothing. It's hilarious. But like they're taking a good stride. Today they would be upset.
Like regular stuff that was kind of just like garden variety humor.
Yeah.
The kids today, they're like, this goes hard. They keep writing that shit.
Yeah. Either this goes hard or it's like, this is not funny. It's either one. Yeah.
Ladies here, what the fuck is it with the burgundy?
He said, what's with the burgundy? Burgundy like color. Yeah. With burgundy hair and burgundy sweater.
No, I'm saying, are you getting hair to match your shit now? Baby, no, burgundy hair is not cute.
Yeah, today it is.
No, it's not. You're like one of the Pointer Sisters on crack. All right, what? I'll just mess with you, babe. I'm just, don't be upset, but I'm just saying, the burgundy hair shit. Who told you to get that? Whoever told you that shit's not your friend. I just want to know about the hairdo. Now,
Look, watch,
that's
watch.
your hair, right? Now
Watch
tell
this
me the
girl.
truth. Hold on, sister. This was us. You know what I'm saying? We talking to her right now. Mind your motherfucking business. Hold on. Now that's all yours? That's nice though. Who did that? Girl, talk to me. Who did that? Huh? No, tell the crowd who did it.
Niecy.
Niecy.
We don't fucking know Niecy. Tell us who Niecy is. Niecy. Oh, you? How Niecy do your hair and her shit fucked up? Hey, just playing. I'm just, Niecy, I'm just joking. Jeff, leave her hair alone. The lady from the Apollo for bringing her ass down here.
Oh, these are just clips. All right, I got you.
Yeah, no,
let's
boy.
move on. Let's move on. It's gonna be a lot of dirty.
Now sit your little
No,
leopard
watch,
ass
watch.
down.
Actually, yeah, this one is a little bit.
No, it's gonna
whatever.
be nothing but like
Yeah,
vulgar.
yeah,
like
this
super
one is a little
vulgar.
bit, no, but it's very fun. It's hilarious.
I haven't heard Martin Lawrence in a long time, so I forgot that he
Yeah,
worked.
yeah.
He worked kind of.
There's a guy sitting next to that lady. He's like a giant afro, and he's like, "You guys, he came here, and you thought you would get whatever." He's like, "You thought nobody's gonna make fun of you. You are wrong."
Yeah.
Dude, some of this, can I show, Ari Spears? You know Ari Spears, but he was
Yeah,
on
you showed one last time.
he was on Def Comedy Jam when he was like 16.
Oh.
Here. He was very young, and you could see how talented. I mean, here. This is two clips of him. This is 1992. Here. One second. Yeah, Martin Lawrence actually introduces him. Here.
16 years old. And I'm very proud of that fact because he could be out robbing somebody or carrying a gun to school, but the brother's here to make you laugh, so make sure you give it up for my man, Ari Spears.
Could be out robbing somebody. Of course, like, that's a given, you know, like, he should be out robbing somebody.
Could be.
How y'all doing? All right. You know, with all the issues in the news today, everything is sex, 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 sex. You know, and sex is scary nowadays because shit is out there. So we got to warn the kids, man, and what better way to warn them than do shit they do the most? Watch cartoons. Picture coming down the steps one morning and your little kids watching their favorite Saturday morning cartoons having sex. Picture Mr. Magoo fucking.
All right, we got to stop. We got to. I actually remember this whole.
Dude, he has a stage presence, by the way.
No, he does.
This guy,
First of all, I mean, we can't. I don't think we can play Def Comedy Jam on this show, Greg.
Some of the stuff is like crazy.
It's everything. It's like it's just like no. But did you notice his like leather gloves?
Yeah,
He's like he could be out robbing.
He did rob. Yeah. There was a funny one.
I remember that.
Bernie
I
Mac
remember
is
seeing
funny.
that the first time. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that when it came out on HBO.
Yeah. Do you want to see Ari Spears, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Pacino and De Niro? And this is just like funny. This is just like basic.
All right.
I mean, not basic, but it's just I guess cleaner than whatever he's trying to do.
I don't know, man. It's crazy, too much. You know, I respect the art. Like, I get upset when I hear about these actors that get paid $20 million a movie to act. And the key word is act. But they pay this to dudes who never could fucking act. How do you pay Stallone and Schwarzenegger $20 million a movie? Pay that to the dudes who deserve it, like Pacino, De Niro, Denzel, Morgan. This as a fucking actors, man. Because to this day, one of my favorite movies of all time is Heat with Pacino and De Niro. Anybody that's ever seen the movie knows what I'm talking about. It's like they took the two greatest actors of all time and put them in a scene together. If you've never seen the movie, go rent it, smoke a joint. It's great. You got that scene where they meet for the first time and Pacino's sitting there with De Niro. He's bringing shit down to him. He's like, "You, sir, are a bad guy. I am the police. It's my job to stop guys like you, murderers, rapists, killers. It's what I do. There may come a time when our paths cross. I'm gonna have to take you down. I won't like it, but I'll do it. Keeps me hot, on my toes, where I gotta be." De Niro comes back. You know, there's a flip side to that coin. A good friend of mine, Jimmy, once told me, never get attached to anything that you cannot walk out on in 15 seconds flat if you spot the heat coming around the corner. And I also like guys like you that like guys like me, because you keep me hot on my toes, where I gotta beg. And you're right, our paths, they may cross. I'm gonna have to take you down. I won't like it, but I will not hesitate. Great scene. Now hold up, picture the same scene with Stallone and Schwarzenegger. You ain't gonna be able to understand shit. Stallone is doing, but you know, you know, there's a flip side to the coin. I'm gonna have to take it down. I won't like it, but I'll do it. Even deaf people are like, what do you think? I don't understand. What do you think? Can you imagine him asking this woman for head? Maria, come on, give me head, go down.
Okay.
Don't come up for air, breathe to your ears.
It's terrible. Why is he? Why
Fellas, you want to freak your woman out during sex? Make that noise or the fuck up. You be hitting from the back.
Okay. This is a family program.
Dude, you know, I never sex comedy was never funny to me.
It's
ever.
never. It's not funny. It's there's very few comedians that can do sex like maybe only Eddie Murphy can do like kind of sex comedy, sorta. It's not really.
Even his like I think the only description of sex I ever laughed at was Pablo Francisco when he was high on E. He was like, he's like, you know,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He goes like,
Ian, yeah. Because it's just so ridiculous, like so absurd. Like,
yeah,
very,
it's not a
very,
funny thing.
very
It's
absurd.
yeah.
Let's see what else is there? You know who
Folks,
does
we're
it?
struggling here. I'm struggling for sure.
No, there's a lot of comedy.
No,
I
it's
mean,
not about it's not the comedy. It's just like
yeah.
you know, it's very yeah, it's look what's going on in the world.
No, it's
And
crazy.
so we're not talking about it. We
Can-
try to like desperately.
Can I show you
find
the
something
funniest thing?
Oh, dude, wait. Hold on. Before I forget.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was recalling that when Norm Macdonald was talking about the crocodile hunter.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that routine?
Dude, there's a lot of stuff I just haven't seen from
Where he's like
of his.
He's like he goes, the crocodile hunter, he goes, they, you know, you'd imagine, you know, a guy called the crocodile hunter, he'd be killed by a crocodile, right?
This is on Jon Stewart, Daily Show.
Yeah, I think so. Yes. Okay, play it. He play it, but he'll do it better than I do.
Yeah.
He's like, who got him, Frank? He's like, that was some fruity fish.
Talk about the crocodile hunter. Did you? Because I think you're gonna make me sad. Because I think, you know, it was tragic at the time, but I think
you could probably hit that link.
I don't know. People
on the top right.
No, that's Norman. Hold on 1 second.
That was Norman Macdonald.
They have another. Yeah, they have it here. They have it on video. 1 second.
Okay.
Different one. This one.
I wanted to talk about the crocodile hunter because I think, you know, it was tragic at the time, but I think I don't know. People calling me, man, they're shocked. Oh, hey, you wouldn't believe it. Who got killed? The crocodile hunter.
Please don't make me laugh at this.
This is not good. He was 44 years old. I'm like, that's a ripe old age for a crocodile hunter.
You think this guy didn't have a little hard time getting life insurance? You know what I mean? Guy's like, I'm looking at your occupation here. I don't know if this is a joke or whatever, but says here you're a crocodile hunter.
And you know who had to be pissed about it were the crocodiles, because he got killed by some fruity fish. So you know the crocodiles were like, hey man, that crocodile hunter got killed. Who did it, Frank? Nah, you don't even want to know, man.
Please don't do this anymore.
No, Bill, man, you had a chance once. The guy go, man, I had a chance. I had that mother. He was Tommy with a stick. I could have eat him and his kid.
I'll just lift his head up for you.
All right, that was the whole punchline.
You want something crazy? Look at that.
Dude, man, that guy was nuts.
Nah, he was really committed to
his son took over for him. You know that, right? His son does.
Oh, the crocodile hunter. Yeah,
that kind of stuff. Yeah. Owen.
Crikey. It's like, yeah.
Crikey.
I don't know, folks. It's not a funny time in the world. Maybe forcing funniness
No,
isn't the way to
listen.
go either.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Um, but this is the best when he goes on The View to talk about, speaking of, to troll, talk about
Oh, he
Hillary
just,
Clinton killing people.
folks, if you've never seen this before,
This
we
is
might as well play
amazing.
it for you.
I know, because I always love to see the elite uncomfortable. This is amazing. And then we can watch
Yeah.
what's his name talking about no, at the Golden Globes. No, the British guy.
No, no. This is real.
Yeah. They were like, they completely didn't expect this. This is the best. That's the best part of it.
These words are droll, sarcastic, controversial, hilarious. Well, these are some of the words that are used to describe Norm Macdonald's character on his sitcom Norm. But as you will see in this clip, people may think twice before they use the words smooth or charming. Take a look.
Hey, Lori. Hey, look, I can see your underwear there.
You're supposed to see him.
Yeah, that's a little desperate, isn't it?
I'm playing tennis with Shelley.
You're playing tennis with Shelley?
Yeah.
Hey, I have an idea that would even be more fun for you. If I played tennis with Shelley while you, I don't know what you do, who cares?
And in spite of that, please welcome Norm Macdonald.
In spite of that.
Yeah, she hated him and he hated her.
Hi, what's up, man?
Okay, Norm, you're Canadian.
Yes, I am.
So what do you think of this whole presidential mess?
Well, I hope that the Democrats don't steal the election from the winner, but who knows?
You like George Bush, don't you?
I love George Bush, man. He's a good man, decent, none of this. He's not a liar, a crook, murderer, or anything like that. So it'd be good to get the. See, I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Oh.
Who are the murderers?
Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered a guy.
Yeah, we're not allowed to, put out no accusations without
That's a
proof,
little
darling.
too far.
That's the way it does work.
Let's just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
This is not my week. What can I tell you?
By the way.
Oh, it's not mine
By the way.
either, and I'm being.
Yeah.
You know what the most surprising thing to me about all this is?
No.
It's like, this is before Joe Behar became a creature.
Yeah.
Like, you could still see she has some humanity.
Yeah. She's like, well, she was a stand-up comedian, so I guess she's like appreciating it as a comedian.
I don't know.
At that
because
time.
Like, yeah. This is like before she got Margaret Chode or whatever.
Yeah, or whatever.
Very nice, okay?
Dude, I used to see this lady, this Star Jones lady, the black, and I used to wonder. I remember I was like, where did she come from? Is she like an Oprah knockoff? Like a handbag has a knockoff,
Dude, these people come from out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, even politicians.
It's like CIA agents.
Vance came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Obama came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
People like this, they're just dropped on us, and we're supposed to accept them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Boy. Now, Norm.
Do you never hear that?
No. Listen,
Norm,
we don't need
I
to
don't want
talk
to get
about
into this,
this.
and I don't want to hear it, and this is not the place to make those accusations, and you're supposed to be funny. Let's get on to the next question. So get with it.
There you go.
This is a live show.
Norm, but you have been properly chastised by Barbara, so I'm now going to ask the next question.
I thought it was a matter of record.
Shut up. Okay.
Let me do this, okay?
I'll tell you what's a matter of record. You will not be invited back if you don't shut up. All right, now. Let's talk football.
All right, manslaughter.
Let's talk
Norm, did you ever hear the word?
The phone is ringing.
I certainly hope that's somebody calling to tell you to go home.
Oh, no.
Dude, you got a phone ringing.
Oh.
Answer the phone.
Dude, they don't understand that it's like comedy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. The thing is this. Matt Strauss?
Yeah, the producer.
The producer, he told me it would be funny. He said, like, why don't you carry a cell phone on and then let it ring and then pretend like there's a guy on it?
Is there anybody on it?
No, it's a thing. Pretend.
You know what,
Oh,
Norm?
he killed these people.
You're a dead man.
He killed the show. He killed them.
You talk to him there.
You know what, Barbara? You know what you said about rage at work?
Give this man a plate of soup and tell him to shut up.
Norm,
All right, then. Let's see.
Norm.
What?
Okay, listen, Norm, listen. Not only have you annoyed us, but I've read that you have actually annoyed one of your idols. Who is that?
Oh, the great Bill Cosby.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Oh, my God, I love that guy. He's my...
Dude, what
Well,
the hell?
I was calling you, bro.
What the hell just happened?
You froze like
I did?
Yeah.
I guess it's my internet. What the hell?
Yeah,
I hope the thing didn't stop. The
I think
recording
it stopped.
No, it's still going.
Still going. Yeah,
The
but
recording is still going.
we were watching the video. Yeah, he killed him in that. He literally
Oh my
killed
God. Dude, I hope we didn't lose this thing. Whatever. Yeah, I don't think we did.
But you can't tell if the recording is still happening?
No, it's still happening. It still is. I just hope it didn't like start and then stop it. Stop
Oh.
and start again. Whatever. Yeah, I think it's fine. Sign in. I am signed in. Okay. Anyway. No, this is hilarious. Hold on,
After this clip, I actually have something that I heard that we could talk about that's kind of religious-y.
Okay.
That might be interesting if true.
Yeah.
Interesting if true. Big if
Okay.
true.
Okay.
Like Bill Clinton.
They really, and this man leads into our show on Friday night.
I know.
It's all right, his career's over after this anyway. Who cares? Go ahead, Norm.
No, Bill Clinton, who's a great man, obviously. Well, you know, everybody has their opinions, right?
Are you moving along?
No,
You're going to
Bill
get to the point.
Cosby.
Bill
Cosby.
Cosby.
Oh,
Oh, God. Cosby.
What's in that coffee? What are you drinking in there?
Now, Bill Cosby is a great man, first
Okay.
of all. There has never been any accusations toward Bill Cosby about any...
Will you just tell us what you did for Bill Cosby?
Oh, I met him. I opened for him at a club, and he was a great man, you know. He's my hero of all time. You know how funny Bill Cosby is,
Yeah,
right?
so I'll get to the point. I'm going past menopause. Make the point. Let's go.
Not everything has a point.
We are learning that, okay?
All right, Norm, you want to finish the story, or shall I ask you the next thing?
Well, the Bill Cosby thing is this.
Dear God.
I met Bill Cosby. We're all fans of Bill Cosby, right? Barbara?
Yeah.
What? Yes.
He's just
we
like
talk
milking
about the
this.
millionaire.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
He's
Tonight,
driving
Norm...
them crazy on purpose.
Yeah.
Like he knows how to like hover
Yeah.
over. Like they want to get past this as soon as possible, and he's like torturing them to the point
Yeah.
of it's and
They should be
deserve it.
tortured. These people
Yeah,
should be
they
tortured.
deserve it.
Please. I like Bill Cosby. Let's talk about the millionaire.
Norm MacDonald and I are on The Millionaire tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Well, tell him about that, how you thought he's dumb today. Where do you see
Yeah.
him tonight?
Actually, he's smarter than everybody in that room combined.
Tell him, Norm.
People always told me Hollywood was like incredibly liberal of bias, and I thought it was untrue. But
Do you want to talk about the millionaire?
yes, I
Okay,
do.
fine. You have
do.
10 seconds
Don't
to
tell how
talk
much
about
you
the
want.
millionaire.
Don't tell how much.
Don't tell them what I want?
No.
Oh.
You're not allowed to tell anything like that.
Well, what are you trying to ask him then?
I don't know. Well,
Okay.
he doesn't answer anything
Exactly.
anyway. So
All
we'll tell him.
right. Okay, so he's on The Millionaire tonight, and he's on Friday nights, and
And on Monday, his taxes will be audited.
so he's on Friday nights at 9. He's on The Millionaire at 9. You can play along at home on Enhanced TV. You are a number. I have never met anything like you. We will be right back.
Yeah, make you have it. Barbara Walters makes me an anti-Semite.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
She's like-
Let's watch the famous
Just
Ricky
kidding.
Gervais Golden Globes.
You know,
Lana.
this
You want to watch it?
What Norm? Yeah, but I just want people to notice.
Yeah.
I'm suspicious of this, of what he's about to show. Like what Norm did, that was actual.
Yeah.
That was like somebody who was really
Yeah.
just like ripping into them.
Yeah.
This is like, I don't know. This seems more like like controlled release.
What? Ricky Gervais?
Yeah, like blow ups, like
Yeah,
control,
yeah,
like
yeah.
kind of like it's mitigating.
Yeah, it is.
Like somebody had to say something to them to kind of like to make
Yeah.
people feel better that somebody knows somebody
Yeah.
besides them.
Yeah.
Like so, like the public.
Yeah.
It's sort of like saying, like, we know that you know that we know that you know
Yeah.
that we know. So
Yeah.
here's somebody who's kind of telling them to their faces, but nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Yeah.
right.
It's like an insider's club thing.
Yeah.
No, that's much. Everybody's a pedophile, by the way.
Maybe.
Oh, thank you.
Dude, I can't believe this is like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hello and welcome to the 77th Annual Golden Globe Awards, live from the Beverly Hilton Hotel here in Los Angeles. I'm Ricky Gervais. Thank you. You'll be pleased to know this is the last time I'm hosting these awards, so I don't care anymore. I'm joking. I never did. NBC clearly don't care either. 5th time. So, I mean, Kevin Hart was fired from the Oscars because of some offensive tweets. Hello? Lucky for me, the Hollywood Foreign Press can barely speak English, and they've no idea what Twitter is. So I got offered this gig by fax. So let's go out with a bang. Let's have a laugh at your expense, shall we? Remember, they're just jokes. We're all going to die soon, and there's no sequel. So, yeah, remember that. But you all look lovely, all dolled up. You came here in your limos. I came here in a limo tonight, and the license plate was made by Felicity Huffman. So, no, shush. It's her daughter I feel sorry for, okay? That must be the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to her. And her dad was in Wild Hogs. So, lots of big celebrities here tonight. I mean, legends, icons, yeah? Look, at this table alone, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, but... Baby Yoda. Oh, that's Joe Pesci, sorry. I love you, man, don't have me whacked. But tonight isn't just about the people in front of the camera. In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world. People from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Look, talking of all you perverts, it was a big year... It was a big year for paedophile movies. Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, Two Popes. Shut up. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care. Many talented people of colour were snubbed in major categories. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. The Hollywood Foreign Press are all very, very racist. So, 5th time. So... We were going to do an in memoriam this year, but when I saw the list of people that had died, it wasn't diverse enough. It just, no. It was mostly white people. And I thought, nah, not on my watch. So, maybe next year. Let's see what happens. No one cares about movies anymore. No one goes to the cinema. No one really watches network TV. Everyone's watching Netflix. This show should just be me coming out going, well done, Netflix, you win everything. Good night. But no, we got to drag it out for 3 hours. You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer. And it's still more fun than this, okay? Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way. So in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care. You had to make your own way here in your own plane, didn't you? Right. But seriously, most films are awful, lazy, remakes, sequels. I've heard a rumour that there might be a sequel to Sophie's Choice. I mean, that'd just be Meryl Streep going, well, it's got to be this one then. All the best actors have jumped to Netflix and HBO, you know. And the actors who just do Hollywood movies now do fantasy adventure nonsense. They wear masks and capes and really tight costumes. Their job isn't acting anymore. It's going to the gym twice a day and taking steroids, really. Have we got an award for most ripped junkie? No. No point. We know who'd win that. Martin Scorsese, the greatest living director, made the news for his controversial comments about the Marvel franchise. He said they're not real cinema and they remind him of theme parks. I agree. Although I don't know what he's doing hanging around theme parks. He's not big enough to go on the rides, is he? It's tiny. Right. The Irishman was amazing. It was amazing. It was. It was great. Long, but amazing. It wasn't the only epic movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long. Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him.
Yeah.
So
That's a good one.
Scribe makes step-by-step guides for any process.
Dude, Dolph Lundgren, 69-year-old Dolph Lundgren is now married to like a 29-year-old.
Really? Really?
Anyway, continue.
Unbelievable. I'm gonna tell you something after this clip about this.
Dolph Lundgren, 20.
Oh, I'm gonna say something about this whole
29-year-old knockout.
This whole age difference thing.
Yeah.
even Prince Andrew's like, come on, Leo, mate, you know. You're nearly 50, son. The world got to see James Corden as a fat pussy. He was also in the movie Cats, but no one saw that. And the reviews, oh, shocking. I saw one that said, this is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs, right? But Dame Judi Dench defended the film, saying it was the role she was born to play, because she... I can't do this next joke. Because she loves nothing better than plonking herself down on the carpet, lifting her leg and licking her own minge. Furball. She's old school. It's the last time, who cares? Oh. Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show. A superb drama, yeah. A superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and fuck off, okay? So... it's already 3 hours long. Right, let's do the first award. The first award. The first award is for Best Actor in a Television Series, Musical or Comedy. To present the award are a couple of actors off the telly. What can I say? Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon. In a little while, we're going to see a short clip from The Irishman. It's 88 minutes long.
The movie's like 5,000 years old.
In the meantime, here are Sofia Vergara and Matt Bomer. Welcome back. Still having a good time? Good. As you know, the meal tonight was all vegetables, as are the members of the Hollywood Foreign Press. Please welcome their president, Lorenzo Soria. Knives Out has 3 nominations tonight. Yeah. See what can happen if you don't dress people up as cats? It's that easy. Here are 2 of the nominated stars, Ana de Armas and Daniel Craig. I've got nothing negative to say about these next 2 presenters because the big one could snap me in half. So please welcome Zoe Kravitz and Jason Momoa. That's it. Good night. Thank you. Please donate to Australia. Have a great time. Get drunk. Take your drugs.
Donate to Australia. They had like crazy stuff with.
And they burned the
kangaroos.
entire continent of Australia.
Yeah.
All the animals. They burned. The leftists burned.
Yeah.
By the way, folks, do you remember when the leftists burnt the entire continent of Australia?
Yeah.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Right before COVID.
Australia is finished anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, they might as well burn it.
You know, I was talking to my dad. My dad asked me, he goes, "What do you think is happening in Europe? You know, with Russia versus NATO." So I'll give you my honest opinion.
Yeah.
So NATO is, you know, they're threatening or they're trying to arm up against a conflict with Russia, okay? And you know, to get nuclear preparedness, right?
Yeah.
And Russia obviously sees that.
Yeah.
So let's just be rational people and say, what is going on? Okay, so here's what's going on. And this is the only possible scenario that I can contemplate. NATO knows that Russia will nuke NATO.
Yeah.
If Russia feels that NATO can nuke Russia.
Yeah.
Okay. So NATO has already destroyed their own countries, right? They flooded their own countries with rape monkeys, okay? Rape demons to destroy all the societies in France and all of us in Europe, Northern Europe, okay? It's all gone. It's gone for good. Forget it. It's not even, forget about any hope of saving Britain or it's literally impossible to do anything for those people unless they literally declare civil war now.
Yeah.
Can we just move on? Like, you know, if we're adults, we have to accept that. Okay.
Yeah.
Europe, Western Europe has upwards of 60 million Muslims now.
Yeah.
Okay. And they did that to themselves
just like
on purpose.
Just like I told the city, you're confident, and he's like talking about Jews, anti-Semite.
Yeah.
And I see he's like it's called a Scouser. He's from Liverpool, you know, and he has a Palestine flag. I'm like, dude, your country's turning into Islamabad. So shut the hell up.
It's already Islamabad. Yeah. Dude, the prime minister or the president of Austria,
all the mayors,
just the prime minister of Austria. Did you hear what he said?
What did he say?
He goes, German women might need to start wearing hijabs to show solidarity with their Muslim neighbor.
No, dude,
it's over. Folks, it's done. That goose is cooked. We have just witnessed the death of Western Europe. I could never even imagine
Western
in my
Europe.
wildest dreams.
Western Europe.
Yeah. Okay. So Western and Northern, whatever, Western Europe, Sweden, all that shit. It's all gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
Forget about it. And they did it on purpose. They killed themselves. So what I mean is specifically the people of, there are no more countries anymore in Western Europe. Those are decayed and destroyed civilizations.
Yeah.
But you have people who are still in charge. The destroyers, by the way, the people who destroyed them, they're still in charge of the territories and of whatever military power exists there. Okay? So I feel that Putin is in on it with them.
It's possible.
Ultimately, their goal is to annihilate Western Europe and Russia and Eastern Europe. And this is a plan together. So where they're like, okay, so you're gonna show up to my border. I'm gonna have to, like, obviously, attack Ukraine because I told you that NATO can't be, it's one step after the other. It's too.
Yeah.
There's too many obvious things that are going to happen, and everybody is moving in those
direction, yeah.
in those steps, right?
Yeah.
So the goal is a consortium, a conglomeration, a group of people who've decided that we're going to destroy, we're going to demolish Europe, and we're going to start over with something else, something in our image, some kind of platonic, globalist, blah blah, all the shit you've heard all the time. Okay,
Yeah.
So they wanted to see if they can use it. The virus didn't really take to the extent that they wanted it to.
Now they're gonna do the Muslims.
Now they're going to do the Muslims, and then nuclear war. We're gonna just annihilate everyone. We're gonna just destroy everything, turn everything into rubble, and then we're gonna rule over the rubble, and maybe we'll rebuild something better. Plus, that's where this is leading. There's no.
Do you think that Hashem is gonna allow this particular
I don't
thing?
think Hashem is going to allow it, but that's what everybody's trying.
That's what they're
trying to do.
Yeah.
I believe that's the plan. Putin has to be in on it.
Yeah. Well, he
Because
must.
nothing anybody's doing is making any sense.
Yeah.
Otherwise, none of this makes any sense otherwise. So that's what's happening. That's what I told my dad. I don't care. I don't care about being labeled or thought of as a conspiracy
No,
theorist.
at this point, anything is plausible.
I know. I literally don't see any other possible, any other
explanation.
possibility. They know. Again, folks, I just wanted to remind you, NATO knows that how Russia will respond if NATO does what NATO is doing.
Yeah, correct.
They know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so they must be trying to get it to make it happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to
else.
mention to you. I want to mention to you about the whole age difference thing that you mentioned just now, the Dolph Lundgren thing.
Okay, then I want to talk about the Temple Mount.
We can, please.
All right.
I'm in this wonderful, dating group on WhatsApp. I'm not going to say the name of it. And a few of them, just to observe. I like observing. Out of nowhere, one of these matchmakers posts like 3 links: Rutgers, PubMed, Stanford University, and another NIH study. Four studies about men's impact of advanced paternal age on fertility and risk of genetic disorders in offspring. And then she writes, just leaving this here, fellas. Why'd she post that? Because a lot of guys are ageist. A lot of guys want younger girls because of fertility. So she's coming back with this. I write the following, to which people laughed. Meaning like with me, not at me. No one ever tells Al Pacino or Leonardo DiCaprio this stuff. Pacino just had a healthy baby. He's in his 80s. Same with Anthony Quinn. He was 68 at the time. And then another guy kind of like chimes in, nothing gets the day started like trying to shame men for not finding a healthy partner to want to have children with. And then I write, so basically, if you have $10 million net worth or more in the bank, those studies don't apply to you. It's like being allowed to sit in a restaurant during COVID but before 10 p.m. Somehow the virus doesn't float below a certain height. Also, it only comes out at night. People really enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
And then this one guy responded to her, what's your point? We don't choose to get married in our 40s. The self-destructive behavior of Jewish American women forces us to. Furthermore, your argument is vapid. Do you honestly believe that because it's not ideal for a man to have kids in his 50s, that a man's fertility at 50 is equal to that of a woman's at 50? What sick and twisted politically correct game these feminists play in this bizarre generation? And then this guy wrote, she didn't have a point, just move on. Then some other guy wrote, my parents married late. Is that the reason why I'm a weirdo? Or rather, is it 100% my fault that I engage in polarizing center-right demagoguery whenever I'm a guest at people's houses for Shabbos? Personally, I blame myself. And then I wrote the following. My grandfather was an officer in the Soviet army. He survived hell. He lost his first wife when he was in his 30s. The Nazis, with the help of Ukrainian polizei, liquidated Berdichev. After the war, he was 40 and met my grandmother, who was 22.
My father wouldn't be here, and neither would I, if not for that weird post-apocalyptic shidduch. And people like this thing. Oh yeah, and then somebody wrote, I think this group is meant for shidduchim. Let's stop whiningly pointing fingers at the speculative scientific theories of the past and focus on the future. And then I wrote, the future's so bright, you gotta wear shades. That's it. That was the end of the conversation. That was the end of this.
And no one caught that. I'm sure no one caught that reference.
I think like one person did. One
Okay,
person.
you know, I did something like that yesterday.
Yeah.
No, earlier today.
Yeah.
Where there was a clip of Nick Fuentes
Mhm.
talking about how he's glad that the protesters are being crushed by the Iranian regime. They deserve
They're traitors. The traitors. Yeah.
traitors. They deserve.
No, he's an
hopes,
agent. He's an agent. He must be.
He hopes that they're
Must be.
crushed. So I wrote, you know, I was so mad, folks.
Yeah.
Right? I don't take.
I
him
don't get mad
seriously.
at. I don't get mad at him. He's like whatever.
But I got so mad at that because it's just like, you know, you hear when you see something truly disgusting, you're angry that it exists. I'm angry that Nick Fuentes exists, not about what he said. So I wrote, here's what came out of my heart. If I saw you drowning, I would not lend a hand.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote. And no one got the reference.
Yeah.
I would not lend a hand.
Yes.
I've seen your face before, my friend.
Yes.
And I don't know if you know who I am.
Yeah, man. It's astounding. I mean, like, at least this shotgun is honest. Some of them are like, they don't say stuff, they just imply. At least she's like just open about her like
hatred.
Complete, yeah. It's just like I don't know.
Contempt.
It's strange. Like
look, Shadchanim. I'm not. No.
We're not gonna go down this path.
No. So listen to this. I'm changing the topic. Okay. I saw something which, if true, is very interesting. Maybe the only positive thing I've seen all week.
Yeah.
There is a rabbi who is
what's his name?
Well, I don't remember his name, but he said something interesting. He has something to do with the Temple Mount, and he said that.
Rabbi, not the Gingy guy.
I don't remember. He might have been Gingy. He said that since Jews have been trying and to come onto the Temple Mount more and praying there, he's noticed less Muslims are coming and visiting the Temple Mount.
Oh, it's probably Yehuda Glick. Yeah, he's always there.
It was not
No?
Yehuda Glick.
No?
It was someone else. It was another rabbi.
Okay.
And people were, talking about this phenomena. And this is, I hope this is true. I don't know. This could be one of those like ridiculous kind of like, from stories that circulates where it's like maybe not true or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it seemed, I don't know. It seemed like interesting. I'd like to find
it's
out if
plausible.
this is actually true.
It's very plausible.
Yeah, it's possible, but I need more than possible.
Yeah.
It's a very hopeful idea, right? Where basically he said that he asked some Muslim or a group of Muslims why, we noticed that there are less people coming. And supposedly they said, and this doesn't sound real. They said, oh, since Jews are coming now more, we fear to come here because Jews are now bowing down and praying to God.
Yeah.
It doesn't, it sounds like some kind of midrashic state. It doesn't sound real.
Yeah. Well, let me see. Maybe there's something in the, sometimes these these Mashiach blogs that talk about
It just sounds a little too good to be
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, no, I know.
Seems a bit embellished.
Well,
but
let's see.
it would be amazing if it were true.
Let's see. The medium. Maybe there's something there. Iran turns on the jihad. End of days. No, this is
Just right. Temple Mount prayer.
No.
Muslims. So, let me do it.
Here, prayer. Muslims. Let's see. Okay, so this is Ben Gvir. In first, police let Jewish visitors take printed prayers. Oh, this is like 2 weeks ago.
Temple Mount.
They allowed people to take printed prayers on the Temple Mount, which is like they never allowed before.
Prayer Jews.
Police confirmed change to the longstanding ban on non-Muslim prayer, which comes weeks after being very confident. Opponent is Drew's top. Yeah, so they stopped the ban.
Okay, here. Something biblical. This is from Yishai Fleischer.
Oh, okay.
Something biblical is Rav Shmuel Eliyahu.
Yeah.
Is the one who said this.
Okay. Yeah.
So here, should I send you by email?
Yeah.
I don't want to watch the whole thing. Just like
maybe
like a minute.
But basically, they're allowing people to bring like prayer, anything like written prayers to Temple Mount, which you never did. You have to literally, if you want to pray, you have to do it from like memory.
And you got to be like quiet and like.
Yeah.
Okay, I sent it to your email along with my my post about Tucker in Israel. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
People are like, oh my God, Tucker.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't wait for that to happen. That is going to be comedy gold.
Yeah.
Can you I sent you my email. Can you actually show that clip before the rabbi thing?
Yeah.
Folks, this is Tucker Carlson in Israel.
Oh, you're talking about where
I sent you 2 emails.
Oh, here.
The first one.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Come on. What's going on over here?
Just while you're at it, I just wanted to say there, Robert Malone, I won't tell you how I know. He had an episode with what's his name? Rogan.
Okay.
Today.
Okay.
It's gonna air tomorrow.
Okay.
And he might say some interesting things in that episode, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Show them, girl, yeah, boom, boom, bow, bow, boom,
Tucker in Israel.
boom, boom, bow, 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 boom, boom, bow, 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 boom, boom, show them.
The idea, I said, like if he bumps into like a toddler,
little kids,
that's what he's gonna do.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I love that clip so much. That's such a good meme. That's such a good meme. Ridiculous. That's like my second or third favorite meme.
Yeah,
my first of all time is Wood.
Word?
Wood. So basically, it's like Japanese parliament, and like this one guy, he's like by the mic, and then the chaos and right, everybody's like fighting, and he's like this, and then there's like just word wood, right?
Yeah.
And it's usually like it's like a comment about a woman.
Ah, that's funny.
It's usually in the comment section.
Yeah.
That's the best one ever.
All right, let's see this rabbi thing.
Shmuel Eliyahu. He is one of Israel's leading rabbis. He is the chief rabbi of Tzfat. Okay? Let's see what he's got to say. He says, I don't go up to the Temple Mount. I hope that one day I will, for rabbinic reasons. But a friend of mine told me recently, says the rabbi, my friend that goes a lot to the Temple Mount, like myself, goes to Temple Mount. He says a miracle has been taking place on the Temple Mount. A big miracle. He says the amount of Arabs that go to the Temple Mount has been reduced by a half. They have self-reduced themselves by a half. There's a lot less Arabs going up to the Temple Mount, in short. And all the time we see them coming in less and less and less. And he did not understand why there's so fewer amount of Arabs going up to the Temple Mount. So my friend asked one of the important Arabs on the Temple Mount, he said, tell me. He says, why is it that the amount of Arabs that go up to the Temple Mount has been reduced? What is the reason for that? He says, let me answer. The Arab says to his friend, let me answer you. Not only do you see that, but we also feel that as well, that there's a great reduction in Arabs wanting to go up to the Temple Mount. So the reason we think that there's so many people, so fewer people that are going up to the Temple Mount is because you began to prostrate yourself, to bow down on the Temple Mount. On the ground, you prostrate yourself there now on the Temple Mount to the Lord, the Most High, the God in heaven, the Holy One be He, God Almighty. When we see you, says the Arab, when we see you bowing down to God, We are afraid. We're
Okay,
afraid of
that's
you.
the story.
We're afraid.
Yeah. Again, man, it goes back to what
I'm having a little hard time believing that
listen,
that's exactly what the Arab said. And
listen, even if that's not a true story, then you know what they say, it should be true. Meaning like it should be true.
I hate that, Greg. I hate that.
Why do you hate it?
If something true or it's either true or it's not true. Whether it
No.
should be true. A lot of things should be
What
true.
what I mean is, you want to hear a true story? This is actually a
Yeah.
true story.
No, I'm just
When the Arabs, the guys that were attacking all those southern cities, Ofakim, all those little places, and then they came across, and then they came to Netivot, they turned around. And then these guys were actually interviewed by police. Some of these guys were caught and they were interviewed by police, and they asked them, why the heck did you turn around? Why you attacked all those other places? And these guys all said, an old white man in white, an old not white man, old man dressed in white came out and said, if you guys don't turn around, I'm gonna burn the whole of Gaza. And then the policeman like asked him, like, can you describe this guy? They're describing the guy. And then one of the policemen's like, whips out a picture of Baba Sali, shows the Arabs. They're like, yeah, that's him. That's the guy. This is like a famous story in Israel going around.
It's a
right
famous story in Israel, but there's a lot of famous stories in Israel. Who do they have this guy on video? Boy, that would have been great.
My question is, why didn't Arabs, meaning Netivot is right there. They got to, I mean, just outside of Zerot, they got to
I'm not saying it's impossible.
Ofakim.
I'm just saying that these stories have been pissing me off since I was 15 years old, because provide something, provide, like, I want to hear the Arab say it.
Yeah.
I
mean, dude, it's crazy.
These interviews were videotaped. They have so many. They have so many videos of all these interviews that with the caught terrorists.
Yeah.
So release this one if it's true. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So this story is like, see, I'm sensitive to it because I want it to be true so bad, but I'm just so sick of fake stories.
Yeah, I guess. Well,
So
the Baba Sali's was a grandson or son was telling. I mean, like, so to speak, confirmed it in a video.
I don't know.
So
I don't trust anyone.
Okay.
I don't.
Home damages in Israel's Netivot after. Okay, this is a rocket strike. I'm just looking for anything that might be like. Well, they fired rockets in Netivot, but I'm actually surprised that no, they did not get to Netivot. So I'm looking at the map. Here you have like this Nahal, let's see, Kfar Aza. It's literally like it's right there. It's literally right there. It's actually a miracle that they did not. Frank went away.
No, I'm here. I'm just trying to adjust the light.
It's no, I was just saying it's a miracle they didn't get Be'eri. See, they got all this along this road. Be'eri, Re'im, Kisufim, Re'im, Nirim, Nir Oz. And then I guess they tried to go on route. This is road 25 towards Netivot, and they did not. That's where they were already. They got partially to Sderot, near Netivot they didn't get to.
I think the only way to confirm the story that we just heard about about the Temple Mount is just to ask somebody who goes there every day. Is it true? Like, they're seeing, like.
Listen, I know that there's definitely more Jews going up there, that's for sure. And Ben Gvir is like pushing the whole thing of, for people to more and more people to go. So that much is true. That's a fact. Here you go. This is like from a blog about like Mashiach stuff, Interesting stuff from like 2 days ago. The war with Amalek in the month of Adar.
Iran, Hezbollah, Hamas, Houthis, these are Amalek, along with all their champions and supporters. That makes this pending war the one hanging over our heads, the war with Amalek, which is necessary to bring the Messianic age. Here's a reminder. The Rambam, Maimonides, taught in the laws of kings, three mitzvot, commandments, were commanded to Israel on their entering the land. To appoint a king, as it says, you must appoint a king in Deuteronomy. To annihilate Amalek's descendants and to build a temple. Number one, establishment of a true Jewish government. Number two, elimination of threat of internal enemies. Number three, reconstruction of Beit HaMikdash. This is a logical conclusion based upon the fact that the second cannot be accomplished without benefit of the first, and the third cannot be accomplished without benefit of the first two. Rabbi Tzvi Yehuda Kook, this is he's quoted in his book Torah Eretz Israel, the Torah land of Israel. When people approach me with this proposition to rebuild the temple, I say, just as there is a precept to build a temple, there is a sequence to its fulfillment. The Talmud says, Israel was commanded with three precepts when they entered the land: to appoint a king, to annihilate the seed of Amalek, and to build Hashem's chosen house. And Talmud continues, how do I know which comes first? You have to raise up a king. And how do I know whether to build a temple first or to annihilate the seed of Amalek? You have to say first, annihilate the seed of Amalek. The Talmud is speaking of the initial entry into the land and of the construction of the first temple. But the Rambam decides that this is generally true. Israel was commanded with three precepts upon entering the land. The king's appointment precedes the war with Amalek, and annihilation of Amalek precedes the building of the temple. This is a clear order, not a haphazard arrangement. So here is the answer to why this war keeps being delayed. The Erev Rav regime does not have the spiritual strength to pull this off. Deep down, they know this is going to be the end of them. Same goes for Esav/Edom. No wonder Trump is in no rush. But Hashem has set a time for it. The complete obliteration of Amalek will occur at the time of the final redemption, immediately preceding the month of Nisan. I find it fascinating that this is from the Book of Our Heritage, Rav Eliyahu Kitov, says the complete obliteration, and those are the same words used by Trump to describe the victory of the 12-day war. Not. Esav can't do it, and neither can the Erev Rav. So if this is really to be the final war that decides the fate of Amalek, Mashiach must arise as a king of Israel between now and the end of the month of Adar, the traditional month of war with Amalek. It's also the reason Iran will have to start the attack sequence, and Paras will go and destroy the world, meaning the old world order, the world of lies. Neither Esav Edom nor the Erev Rav regime ruling Eretz Israel have the spiritual power to do this. But like the bee that dies after it stings a perceived threat, Iran will also fall. This year, significantly, Ramadan coincides with Adar, and remarkably, so does Lent. Yeah, February 16th, February 17th, and February 18th. Rosh Chodesh Adar is 2 days, and while the Hebrew as well as the Islamic calendar begins the evening before, the Gregorian calendar does not. Therefore, the date that is all three share in common is Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. The month of Adar culminates with Rosh Chodesh Nisan on March 19th, as does Ramadan. But while Nisan raises us to a yet higher level of spirituality in Kedusha, the same does not exist in Islam. The high point of our month of Adar is reached at the full moon on Purim, while the holiest day of Ramadan occurs on an odd-numbered night during the final 10-day period. It is known as Laylat al-Qadr, the night of power. It commemorates the revelation of the Quran to Muhammad. This year in Iran, it is expected to be observed on March 16th, the 27th day of Ramadan. The Lenten season also begins for Christians. It is a 40-day season of prayer, fasting, and almsgiving that begins on Ash Wednesday and ends at sundown on Holy Thursday. It is a period of preparation to celebrate the Lord's resurrection at Easter. It's as if these three so-called Abrahamic faiths, will be making separate offerings to God at the exact same time, but rather than gain merit from their fasting and abstentions, they incur more divine wrath as the service is being offered to a false God, not the master of the world. In contrast, our joy increases and we celebrate with noise and laughter, feasting and sweet treats. We therefore demonstrate our steadfast confidence in Hashem, that the promised redemption will come at its most appropriate time. Interesting side note. If the 12-Day War had developed into World War III, we would have been fighting in Tammuz and possibly in Av, in the month of Av. But Trump ended it on Erev Rosh Chodesh Tammuz. Now it is going to happen in Adar. The Book of Our Heritage says if a Jew has a court case, he shouldn't have had it in Av, but he should have it in Adar. Second interesting side note, the combat phase of the First Gulf War lasted from January 17, 1991 to February 28, 1991. The 2nd of Shvat to the 14th of Adar. The combat phase of the Second Gulf War took up where the first one left off, March 20th, 2003 to April 19, 2003, 16th of Adar to the 7th of Nisan. Are these two of the three wars at the end of days? And is the war between the U.S. and Iran to be the third? Will it also be Adar? And since it's connected to Jerusalem, will it be on the 15th of Adar, the Jerusalem Purim, of the walled cities? Yeah. The children of Ishmael will cause, it's almost over, great wars in the world, and the children of Edom will gather against them and wage war against them. One on the sea, one on dry land, and one near Jerusalem. And they, the children of Edom, will rule over them, and children of Ishmael, but the Holy Land will not be given over to the children of Edom. The children of Edom is the Christian West, or Edom, Rome. And Rome signifies Greece, Rome, and Rome, Catholic Church, and foundations of Western civilization. At that time, a nation from the end of the earth will be aroused against evil Rome and wage war against it for 3 months. Nations will gather there, and Rome will fall into their hands until all the children of Edom will gather against it, that nation from all the corners of the world. Then God will be roused against them. This is the meaning of, for God has a sacrifice in Botzra. This is in Isaiah. And afterwards it is written that it might take hold of the ends of the earth. This is in book of Job. He will destroy the descendants of Ishmael from the land and break all the powers of all nations, guardian angels. Remember I mentioned? Above. There will not remain any power of any people on earth except the power of Israel alone. This is the meaning of God as your shade upon your right hand from Psalms. So we were just talking about this before. And you mentioned the whole Europe thing in NATO and they want to blow up and all this stuff.
Yeah, I just wonder who this nation is. I've heard this many times. Just, who's this nation from the ends of the earth that nobody knows? And it's not exact. It's a very cryptic.
Yeah. So there's comments here. I'm curious what people wrote in the comments section here in this.
Can I do a quick olive?
Yeah, just 1 second. There's another person writing, the next annual solar eclipse will occur February 17th, will be visible from a remote part of Antarctica, forming a ring of fire for up to 2 minutes, 20 seconds as 96% of the sun's center is eclipsed by the moon. As we know, the solar eclipse is a bad sign for the nations. And then there's a whole other post.
Maybe this unknown nation from the ends of the earth will be the Antarcticans.
Yeah.
That no one has heard of, like the
Nazis.
Fourth Reich.
Yeah.
The Nazis that have been holding it down.
Yeah.
All right.
This is crazy. Yeah.
So we're gonna do our quick olive.
Yeah.
Then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay. So Aleph represents Hashem.
Yeah.
The fulfillment of the letter Aleph spells out to the word Aleph. In other words, the letter Aleph has a name. Aleph. Aleph has a spelling.
Yeah.
It's spelled Aleph Lamed Fe.
Yeah.
Okay. So Aleph Lamed Fe means Lord, one who stands above and apart from the population and controls all that transpires in his province.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's talking about the word aloof, actually.
Yeah.
It's usually translated as like general, but the type of general that like stands above the battlefield watching as things happen.
Yeah.
So the Gemara in Sanhedrin, the Talmud, the volume of Talmud called Sanhedrin, 99a, differentiates between the meaning of the words aloof and melech, which is the traditional word for king.
Yeah.
Right? Lord and king.
Yeah.
Respectively. So the word Aleph is used for an uncrowned ruler. Like you have a ruler, somebody in charge, but
Yeah.
they're not wearing a crown. They're not like officially crowned the king.
Yeah.
And then it says here in Hebrew, Malchuta Bela Taga. Not sure why he included that. While the term Melech is used for a king that has been crowned by the populace.
Yeah.
So far, so good?
Yeah.
When Mashiach arrives, Hashem, represented by the Aleph, will be accepted as Melech over the entire universe. Okay, let me read the next section. The Aleph also displays our complete dependence on Hashem for all our daily requirements. As Scripture states, Kiato Elohai Yishai Otcha Kviti Kol Hayom. I hope I read that right. For you are the God of my salvation. For you I have hoped all day. That's from Psalms chapter 25, verse 5.
Yeah.
The numerical value of the word Kol Hayom, all day, is 111.
Yeah.
Kol Hayom, that's two words, right? So it's spelled Chaf and Lamed. Kol is Chaf and Lamed.
Yeah.
So Chaf is 20, Lamed is 30, so that's 50. And Hayom, let's do Hayom. Hey is 5, Yud is 10, that's 15.
Yeah.
Vav, the next letter is Vav. Vav is 6, it's 21. And Mem is 40. So that's 61 plus 50, that's 111. What else is 111? 111 is also the gematria of the name of the letter Aleph.
Yeah.
Aleph, Lamed, and Pei. Aleph is 1, Lamed is 30, and Pei is 80. It's 111.
Yeah.
Okay, so the letter that displays the omnipresence of Hashem and his ultimate power. Okay. So Degel Machane Ephraim. Okay, so that's the name of a book. The word Degel means flag. Machane is a camp. Ephraim. So the flag or the standard of the camp of the tribe of Ephraim, right?
Yeah.
That's the name of the book.
Yeah.
And like we said earlier, when a rabbi writes a book that gets famous, they no longer use the rabbi's name. They just call him by the name of his book.
Like the Basis Royal or the
the Kli Yakar, right? Or
yeah.
okay, the Balatanya or whatever.
Yeah.
So okay, so this rabbi who they're calling by the name of his book, he explains that a sinner is known as a chota. Chote, chaf, excuse me, chet, vav, tet, aleph.
Well, the sin is chet, so chet.
No, but I'm see, he didn't write the. I still need vowels to read Hebrew, and he's not including them. Anyway, when he transgresses, when the sinner transgresses, he places Hashem, as represented by the aleph, at the back of his mind. Right? When a sinner sins, he's not thinking about God. He pushes back God to the back of his mind. Okay, so thus the letter aleph appears at the end of the spelling of the word chote. Again, the chote sinner is het, vav, tet, aleph. So aleph is the last letter of the word. It's the last thing he thinks about. Okay, and it's silent. It's an unpronounced letter. So in contrast, when asking for forgiveness, our prayers begin with the words Ashamnu and Avinu Malkenu, right? Both starting with the letter Aleph. Ashamnu starts with Aleph and Avinu starts with Aleph.
Yeah.
Obviously, you'd have to have some familiarity with Jewish prayers for this part to make sense. But okay, so anyway. So repentance is our realization that all that we possess emanates from Hashem. The juxtaposition of the letter Aleph at the beginning of these words stresses our full dependence on him. Okay. So when the letter Aleph is placed at the beginning of a verb, it provides the subject. For example, an Aleph at the beginning of the verbs shav, shin, shin and bet, right? To return, right? And shamar, to guard, or chalak or chelek, to divide, transforms these verbs, these words into ashuv, I will return, and eshmor, I will guard, and ach, achlak, I guess, I will divide.
Yeah.
As the letter Aleph represents Hashem's unique power, its placement at the beginning of a verb provides the subject responsible for carrying out the specific action. So the letter Aleph was chosen to represent the I, to stress that the subject performing this action obtains his power only from Hashem. Without the express wish of Hashem, no one can even lift a finger or perform any action whatsoever. In other words, when a person thinks I, it's Hashem.
Yeah.
It's there is no I without God.
Yeah.
So even when you're implying like I did this or I did that, by creating the language in such a way that you have to put the letter Aleph there to imply the I, it's a reminder to you that yes, you're saying I, but remember, it's really God that's allowing you that I, that existence. See, God is lending you his existence. God is the only true I. He's lending that existence to you, and your ability to do anything is something that he's lending to you. So the Aleph reminds us of that, because Aleph represents God, as we've discussed in previous sections. Okay, so without the express wish of Hashem, no one could even lift a finger or perform any action whatsoever. If our actions conform to Hashem's wishes, then they will prevail, as the Shla, that's the name of a rabbi, explains on the verse, quote, many thoughts are in man's heart, but the counsel of Hashem, only it will prevail. That's from Mishlei, chapter 19, verse 21. That is Proverbs, right? I think Mishlei is Proverbs. Yeah.
Yeah.
The word he, the Hebrew word he, right? Which is spelled hey, Yud, and Aleph, right? In the Hebrew, in the original Hebrew of that verse in Proverbs, right? Second, the word he in this verse can be interpreted as the acronym for Im Yirtza Hashem. Yeah. Which means
God
if
will.
Hashem wants.
Yeah. If Hashem's will.
Yeah.
Im Ratzon Hashem.
So the word he in the Hebrew is translates as it in the verse. Let me read the verse again.
Yeah.
Many thoughts are in man's heart, but the counsel of Hashem, only it will prevail. The he, right? It is the he, that is what will prevail. God's will prevail, the it. So the word he represents God's will, and it's an acronym for Im Yirtza Hashem. That's amazing. That's really astonishing. If you guys, I hope you can appreciate that.
Yeah.
So Im Yirtza Hashem. It's an acronym. He is Im Yirtza Hashem.
Yeah.
If God wants. Okay. So similarly, another rabbi who's, we don't know his name, but we're going to quote his book, Magen David, right? The Magen David explains that the verse, quote, know that Hashem, he is God. It is he who made us, and we are his people and the sheep of his pasture. That is Psalm 100, verse 3, right? The written word velo in the Hebrew version of that verse, right, is spelled with the letter Aleph. But it's normally, but it's read as velo with the vav, not an aleph. Okay. So if a person recognizes that all that happens in the world emanates from Hashem himself, which is represented by the letter Aleph,
Yeah.
right? And the word velo, right?
Yeah.
Then we are indeed his people.
Yeah.
As the word velo to him implies. So, folks, some of you might be lost because this is a little bit more advanced. Like you have to have some familiarity with basic Hebrew and reading the verses in Hebrew. So,
Yeah.
I'll just continue. Okay.
By the
The
way,
letters-
the Magen David could be one of two people. It could be either Rabbi David ben Yehuda Chassid, a 14th century Kabbalist, and grandson of Nachmanides, Ramban.
I think that might be what we're talking about.
Or Rabbi David Halevi Sigal, aka the Taz, renowned 17th century halakhic authority, whose
I don't
commentary
think
on the
so.
Shulchan
I
Aruch.
think because we talked about the Magen David in terms of Johannes Kepler, who was born before Kepler. And Kepler was in the 1500s, so it has to be the first one you mentioned.
That's Yehuda HaChassid, yeah.
Yeah. So the letters, okay, so back to the section. The letters that compose the fulfillment of the letter Aleph, right, also spell out Pele. In other words, as we said before, the letter Aleph has a name. It's Aleph. Aleph has a spelling, Aleph Lamed Pei. But if you were to rearrange those exact letters or switch them, right, from back, you can get Pei Lamed Aleph, right? Aleph, spell it backwards, right? So that means wonder, something miraculous, wondrous. Pele, a wonder, right?
Yeah.
So this symbolizes the wonders and the miracles that Hashem performs continually. These letters also spell out the word Ephel, or Aleph Fe Lamed,
Yeah.
which means darkness.
Yeah. Or a fall like
Afal.
fall. Yeah.
It's one of the words that describes darkness.
Yeah.
Because notwithstanding our perception of Hashem's wonders, his essence remains hidden from human comprehension. Okay, so folks, I just wanted a quick recap. So the letter Aleph, which itself represents God, right, as a symbol. It's spelled Aleph Lamed Pei, which is a word, which means general or a uncrowned king who's in charge and guiding things seemingly from a distance. He seems aloof. The word, I'm fully confident that the English word aloof came from this, because you know what aloof means in English. It means someone who's like, he's not really part of he's in his own, he got his own thing going on. He's aloof. He seems aloof to to what's going on inside. He's there, but he seems kind of disconnected. So in some ways, God seems that way because it's not, he's not obvious. He's not sitting here with us drinking coffee, so to speak. Right? Okay. So that's one spelling of Aleph. Then there's the Pele, the Fe Lamed Aleph, right? Which is the same letters but backwards, which means wondrous. Because God performs wonders all the time, right? Everything he does technically is wondrous, right? Because what is wondrous? Just people have forgotten the original meaning of that word. You say, "Oh, that's wonderful," as in that's good. That's not really what it means. Wondrous or wonderful means something that makes you wonder. It's not always positive. Like God does things that are beyond our ability to understand. Okay, like sometimes things that look really bad and painful too. That's also wonders. So it really kind of describes the full spectrum of God's actions that he shows in the world. Okay. And then you have this appel, this darkness, which emphasizes the fact that it's hard to see or to understand God, that aspect.
Yeah.
And again, all of this, folks, all of this, and just the spelling of the name of the letter Aleph. Like, we have to appreciate
Aloof is also
that amount of encoded information.
Correct. By the way, you also mentioned aloof. It could be a general in the Israeli, in the Israeli army.
Yeah. So I'll just read a little bit more. Okay. So the letter Aleph is symmetrical, and thus, when viewed from different angles, it its appearance remains the same. This alludes to the fact that a person, regardless of his spiritual level, has the ability to see Hashem's wonders if he so chooses. Okay, I feel like he could have developed that thought a little bit more, but okay. Okay, we'll stop here. This will be Aleph episode 6.
Yeah.
Let me see how many more Aleph sections we have in this book, by the way, folks. This is the book that we've been looking at. Okay. And I have another 9 books, and each with different information. And we're going to go through all the Alephs of those books. And then when I'm done with those books, we'll start with the letter Bet. So this is an ongoing project, obviously. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 4 or 5 more little sections.
Yeah.
So if I want to pick up the pace, I might do rogues.
Yeah.
You know, where I just read and try to explain these things.
So I guess we'll talk about the Epstein thing next time, man. All this Epstein stuff and all this. No, I don't.
I'm hoping I'm hoping Mashiach will come and we won't
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
But I want to see if I can actually put this up to the screen so that people can see
Yeah.
the sections that I read, and they can pause it. This time they can really tell me if that's visible to you.
That is visible, yes. Now definitely visible.
So from here down,
Mm-hmm.
and then obviously there, right? Okay. And then let me just show this page again, right here. Right here.
Folks, this is the only show where you'll get this and then Martin Lawrence and then this and then Ari Spears and then this and Norm
It's not like
Macdonald.
we're trying to do that. That's just what happens.
I know. I'm just saying this is the only show where that's where you will get, and
It
we
can
will
happen.
get it, and we
Such
will
a
get
thing.
it.
Yes, such a thing can happen.
Yeah,
That's all.
things happen.
It's not like we decided ahead of time
Yeah.
that it's going to be Martin Lawrence, Ari Spears, and then the letter Aleph and talking about the Temple Mount.
Yeah.
That's just the chaos of our minds, and we're sharing it with you.
Yeah, I'm talking about like whatever.
And Dolph Lundgren with his 29-year-old wife.
Yeah, and then talking
That's
about
son of a
how,
gun.
yeah, how if you have more than a certain amount of money, studies don't apply to you.
Yeah.
Fertility study don't apply to you if you're worth something.
Yeah, no. If you're a guy, you got a lot of money. Your
just
money.
You just keep trying. Yeah, you just keep trying. It's like that meme, you see the meme, the girl kissing the guy. It's like an outline of a guy, but then it's like dollars on him, and she's kissing him. It's like just kissing money. That's what it is. That's how you do,
They love it.
The ladies love it. I'll take 2, please. I can't believe Mel Brooks is making, what is he making? Spaceballs 2.
Is it really? Is it?
He's making it, and I wanted to mention Roseanne. I sent it to you the show that she's coming out with, Meemaw. So Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother is going to be in it.
Who's going to be in it?
Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother.
Oh.
His name is you've seen him in stuff.
Yeah, he was in Baby Boy and a few other things.
Yeah. Meemaw here, Roseanne. John Lovitz is going to be one of the episodes. in one of them.
Yeah.
Master Thespian. Very
You
funny.
should be on that show.
Listen, you should be on that show if anything.
What am I going to do?
I don't know. Oh, see, they have some sort of.
I could be a farmhand.
They have a guy who's a bat mitzvah guest, so I guess they have an episode with a bat mitzvah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd rather be like a farmhand, a surly
Yeah.
farmhand
Yeah.
with an ornery attitude.
Yeah.
Right. Who occasionally, like surprisingly says something like some kind of like Torah.
Yeah. John
moment.
Lovitz plays a rabbi. Oh my God. I can't wait to see this crap. You know who wrote this for her? Well, first of all, the guy who created the show, this guy Alan Steven, he did he's a writer. He did like stuff. He was one of the writers for her show.
her sitcom. And then remember the show Arliss on HBO?
That's the one HBO show I never even looked at for a second.
Yeah. No, so he was right there. But
He was
also,
he was an agent, right? Arliss.
yeah. But also, who is another director? This guy, he was like with Adam Sandler in a lot of these movies. The hell's his name? Covert. Something Covert.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll tell you. This guy, you've seen him. I'll literally show you his picture. Alan Covert. This guy for sure. He's in all the Sandler movies. So
this guy. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be him.
He was in Little Nicky. Yeah,
that's Grandma's Boy.
Little Nicky, Deeds, all this stuff. So he's gonna.
But Grandma's Boy was his greatest work.
Oh, really? Okay.
You never seen Grandma's Boy?
No.
What? That's like the best. That's like the best Adam Sandler movie, and it didn't even have Adam Sandler in it. It was the best by
Adam
far.
Sandler production. Never saw it. So he's helping Roseanne do. Here, one second. You scroll all the way down. Oh, it doesn't say. He's participating in this some way somehow. Yeah, he's going to be a writer and producer.
Grandma's. Can you show before we go? You got to show a clip from Grandma's Boy with oh my God, what's his name? Just go to YouTube and just like type in Grandma's Boy. I'll show you which one to click on.
Yeah. Never seen this movie.
Yeah, like the villain of the movie was like this. Oh my God. This is when like the Matrix was really, this is like at the height of.
This is with oh my God, Rob Schneider's in this. Why did I see this movie?
Rob Schneider was in.
Rob Schneider is Grandma's Boy in theaters near you.
He was I don't remember him in that movie.
Oh, the lady from Nick Swartzen, Peter Dante, this idiot,
and
Linda
Ray's mom.
Jonah Hill is in this. Oh my God.
Yeah, he was like really.
Doris Roberts, Shirley Jones. Kevin Nealon is in this.
Just play. Yeah, no, it was an amazing movie.
How come I didn't see this movie? I gotta watch this movie.
I can't believe you didn't.
I have to watch this movie now. This has to happen.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
So what scene am I playing?
Can you just go to YouTube and type in Grandma's Boy? I want to see. Can you show the screen so I know what to tell you to click on?
Stupid idiot room.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah, hold on. Right. This guy. He does like this robot voice. And he thinks
you gotta metal legs. It's a risky operation, but it'll be worth it.
What's in here?
It's just the kids in their break room, or as I call it, the stupid idiot room full of jerks. Mine's the biggest office.
Let's check it out.
Okay.
You suck. You suck.
Yeah, so this guy's involved. The guy on the right.
Yeah.
Flies. I'm a frog. I'm eating flies. A lot more than you.
Come on. Eat that frog dick, Timmy. Eat it.
I'm sorry you had to see this. It's all these poor knaves have to look forward to every day.
Come on. Yeah. The shit's weak. The shit's weak.
That's all these poor knaves have to look forward to.
The shit's weak.
You never had a chance, Timmy.
I'll get you eventually, Graybush. Time is on my side.
Hey, at least I have a bush.
Shit's weak.
Oh, hey, Samantha. So you had to hear this.
No. Congratulations on having a bush.
How do you two know each other?
I woke him up here this morning. He fell asleep working late last night.
Yeah, well, that's what old people do. They fall asleep.
Wow, JP, that is a great outfit. How much do clothes cost in the Matrix?
So funny, I forgot to
My God,
laugh.
he's so fat. Dear Lord. Jonah Hill.
Hi, I'm Jeff. I have a bush too. It's not great.
Really fat.
What? My bush isn't really gray.
Look how fat he is.
According to my
Dear Lord.
mom. I thought I told you to quit talking about that.
People keep asking me about it.
I'm really sorry to have to leave this conversation, but I will see you guys later.
Get back to work, testers.
Hey, Samantha, don't take the red pill.
Watch this.
Adios, turd nuggets.
So bizarre. It's
Wow.
No, I don't know.
I should do that next time
It's
somebody
about
like
nothing.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
literally, dude.
yeah,
You could pull. You have that same lanky
yeah,
frame as him. You could
yeah,
pull off that
yeah.
whole that
Yeah.
look.
Turd nuggets. Oh, Matrix.
There's this other scene where he's like, he's like standing against the wall and he covers himself, and they're like, "Hey, JP," and he's like, "How do they see me?"
Oh,
He's like,
here. This is hiding against the wall. There we go.
yeah,
Yeah.
please. That guy's the best part of the movie. You kidding me?
It's doofus.
Yeah.
What are you doing, JP?
Just thinking about my game.
Huh. How's that going?
People will bow to it.
Okay.
All right. That's creepy.
These are like video game.
I hate your face.
What the hell? Okay.
Did you say something? You're fucking weird.
How can he see me?
Sorry. What
That guy.
What the hell is this movie? I want to see like
Grandma's boy, man. It's
it's in Grandma's boy. Okay.
no. It's funny. He's
Yeah,
like
video game tester.
he's a video game tester. He ends up having to live. He gets thrown out of his
Wastes
apartment.
rent money on Filipino prostitutes.
Yeah, his roommate.
Their landlord Yuri evicts them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. It was Rob Schneider was
Yuri?
No, yeah, he was Yuri, I think. No, but he's like, what did he say?
Let's see. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
a Russian landlord. He
his
evicts
roommate.
I gotta see this. Can we
His
see it?
roommate would take the money, and instead of paying the
Here,
rent,
let's see.
would go and Filipino prostitutes,
I
and so he
gotta
gets thrown
show
out.
this.
And he has to move in with his grandma because of that, and that's why he's called Grandma's Boy.
Hey, let's show this.
And the grandma
Schneider.
is Ray Romano's. Everybody loves Raymond's mother.
Yeah. Here, your bed is a cart, dude. Some of these things are like,
Dude, this movie is full. It's like is a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. It's about nothing and it's amazing.
Here. Speaking of comedy, here, how's it?
Whoa, wait. Listen, Alex, I make you a special deal, huh? I give you 5 minutes to pack up what you don't want thrown away. And if you take 1 extra minute, I have my 2 friends. They take your testicles and remove them through your anus.
Yes.
Deal? Nice man. Okay, they got 1 minute and then you. Okay? Posemia, palamia? Okay.
They take your testicles and move to the anus.
Yeah.
There's another clip. Smoking lamp. Wait, hold on.
Dr. Shakalu?
No. This is here.
So where are you going?
We'll go to Dante's and see if he'll let me stay there.
There's no trouble. So where are you going?
We'll go to Dante's and see if he'll let me stay there. What about you?
Madam Kamei said I could stay at the
This
palace.
retard.
You're sick.
I know.
Where's the bong?
Alex, you forgot smoking lamp.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry. Was that expensive piece?
That's your fault too.
Just another day.
All right. Smoking lamp.
I forgot he was the Russian landlord. That's right. Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider is a Russian landlord, and he
Good
finds
animal.
out that being a Russian landlord is better than being a stapler. In theaters near you.
Yeah.
I'm
Now
gonna
that
watch,
movie.
I'm gonna watch this movie. Totally retarded.
Grandma's Boy. Yeah.
Russian boy. Who I want? Yeah, Sandler produced this. It has to be. Must be.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's great.
You know who directed this? Nicholas Goosen.
Goosen.
He directed nothing else.
Well, his contribution was perhaps small, but noteworthy.
Yeah.
Because that movie is a comedy masterpiece.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and what's his name? Uh, Kevin Nealon. He
Kevin, oh
plays
my
the
God.
he's the CEO of the company,
Hmm.
right? And he's
Yeah.
like this new age kind of like
Yeah.
Buddhist meditator and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right,
Uh,
folks.
all right, folks. That's enough
So we'll
comedy
call
out of
this one a
us.
mulligan, except for the Torah stuff that we
I
talked
don't
about.
think I don't think it's a mulligan. We covered some stuff.
We covered some stuff, but
Spoke
we
about
didn't
Israel.
bring our usual
Yeah.
gusto, you know?
No, we had some good
That's
stuff.
good. I think it's just exhaustion, okay?
It is exhaustion, and
I think everybody else is exhausted
listen.
too.
I made rogues about all this Epstein stuff and all my theories and whatever. 30-minute rogue here, 12-minute rogue there, another 18 here. And people seem to enjoy it. I don't know. What's the point? The point is there's no justice. There's no point. I can make rogues from here to Timbuktu.
There's no human law enforcement or
Yeah,
justice,
yeah,
and so I'm going to stop paying attention.
yeah, exactly.
Folks, I really recommend you do the same.
Yeah. Meanwhile, everybody's blaming the Jews. It's connected to Jews, Jew, all this stuff,
Yeah.
Just like, dude, okay. Let them, what are we going to say to them? No, it's Russia. No, it's Erevrov. No, it's whatever. What is that going to do? Nothing.
Especially if you talk about the Erev. I wish you would stop. It's not the
Why?
Jews, it's the Erev. Nobody gives a rat's ass.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking to my audience who does,
Yeah.
but whatever.
To my people.
Exactly. My people, my two people.
Yeah. Maya Publica.
Dude, my sister messages me today. One of her coworkers, not coworkers, one of her employees, she has a startup, did not know who, this is a 25-year-old girl, did not know who Malcolm X was. And then my mom goes, I came to America, I was 33 years old, I didn't speak English, and I knew who Malcolm X was.
It's too late to start over, bro.
And then my friend, Eric's
They're here.
friend,
They're here already. We can't
mine
start.
and Eric, well, mine and Eric's mutual friend is our friend Jacob. He's like, do you understand that these retards vote? People vote. He's like, retards should not be allowed to vote.
Dude, I think I would erase Zoomers.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't because like
Zoomers.
not you know what Zoomers are?
This is
Born
which
after
ones?
2000 or whatever.
Oh, Gen Z.
like
Yeah, it's Gen Z basically. Yeah,
Gen Z or whatever. But
Yeah.
I can't because
Yeah.
I love some of them.
yeah.
They're dumb.
Dude, you know who's gonna be? I mean, generation. What is it called? Alpha. Speaking of Olive.
Yeah, that's my kid, right?
I mean, well, no, your kid. Yes.
So he's gonna, I'm gonna, he's gonna know stuff. He's
Yeah.
gonna.
So what's after? So they're saying Alpha is 2010 to 2025. So what's generation after Alpha? It's already this
I don't know
year.
if we should be talking about like generations that don't exist.
Generation Beta. No, it's already starting now. Generation Beta.
That's weird.
Yeah, people who, yeah, it says the cohort will be first entirely immersed in the world of AI, tech integration, and rapid digital evolution. Crazy, crazy.
I'm not very impressed with AI so far.
Me
I'll be
neither.
honest with you.
Me neither. Well, they
It's not
probably
so-
have the AI that they're showing us is not impressive.
Yeah, so I don't care.
Yeah. I made a cool song though from that of that Puerto Rican guy screaming at the anti-Semites in the train.
Yeah,
I made a
it's
cool.
kind of okay, but
Yeah.
it's I don't know. It's just I'm not. It's just not. It's just not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel it. I'm not feeling it. It's not.
Some of the videos people are making are pretty dope, I gotta say. Like funny, like pretty, like the Trump videos and Kamala videos, all these kind of things. But yeah, there's more. I feel like it could do more, and it's not doing it.
Listen, I guess until it literally starts helping people to study Torah,
Yeah.
to really understand concepts and giving them access to all the
Yeah.
all the material and translating and explaining and
Yeah.
all this kind of stuff, then it's going to be essentially useless
Yeah.
and not helping anything.
You just
Uh,
made me think of that character from Simpsons. I'm helping.
I'm help. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What's his name again?
A little
What's like his name?
it's
Not Milton. No.
no, it's what's
Ralphie?
Yeah, Ralph Wiggum.
Ralph Wiggum. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yes.
Maybe next time we talk, the world will be a different place.
Yeah, Zat Hashem.
Maybe it'll be better.
Iran will begin its downfall. The regime, I mean, not the people.
Truth is, I don't really care that much, aside from like biblical prophecy
I mean, it's
unfolding
the beginning
already.
of the Geulah. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like, yeah,
But really, I just want people to stop
yeah. Stop
dying
dying.
and
Yeah,
stop being shot
yeah,
and to stop suffering. That's really what it's about.
yeah.
Everything else is kind of like,
With that
to
said,
me personally.
well, with that said, I want to dedicate this episode to my friend Richard Plutzer, who passed away. The person I knew. I mentioned this to you. I went to his funeral. When was it? Wednesday. And I'm shocked. I'm still shocked. He's a really good friend of mine, even apart from the wine industry and like, just the typical, like that Billy Joel song, Only the Good, it's typical that category, you know, of people. And I want to see him again. That's all I'm gonna say. Tired of it.
They should all be returned to us.
Yep.
I have a question that I need to get to the bottom of
Yeah.
about the resurrection of the dead.
Hmm.
Is everybody come back? Like the whole world, like everybody who ever died?
I mean,
Okay.
there's well, that's the thing. That we can talk about that next time, but
I want to find out. I want to get that
the
information.
the whole thing is if it's Gilguli, if you have like
No,
reincarnations.
that I answered already. I know the answer
Okay.
to that.
Okay.
So in terms of uh people come back with the piece of the soul that they had. Right? So souls are divided up into different
Yeah.
expressions of one soul, right?
Yeah.
And a sliver or an expression of a soul can be the lifetime of a person that you knew, of yourself, and whatever. That's not
Yeah.
really everybody comes back,
Mm-hmm.
right? The
Yeah.
question is, does everybody who ever lived come back? Like
Yeah.
non-Jews, like
Are we gonna see Napoleon? Are we gonna see what's his face?
everybody, like even evil.
Yeah.
Evil is literally every last person who ever lived and
Yeah.
died coming back, or is there some people
Well,
who are not?
if you count the amount of people that there were total before the Industrial Revolution, I think I think they say what is it, like there was probably as many people just from the Industrial Revolution onward as there were, because it went so exponential. You know what I'm saying? Like all the people that started because of
Yeah.
all the advancements. So it's like it's not. I mean, it's a lot of people, but it's not. Yeah, you could look up here how many people existed in history. It's
That
like
is an interesting topic.
it's like 300. Yeah, see, it says approximately 109 to 117 billion have lived and died.
Billion, really?
Yeah, like 120 billion people, like total of history of recorded. I mean, that's
Yeah. So, and I think the idea of everyone coming back,
Yeah.
doesn't mean everyone's going to stay forever, but I think if I'm not mistaken, I need to confirm this. Everybody comes back.
Yeah.
For the final judgment, for what's called Judgment Day, the last final judgment of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Before Olam Haba, before the world, before the next world so far, before people can move on to the next level. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but I'd like to confirm that. Something that's always been in the back of my mind, and I keep forgetting to look into that little nuance.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yes.
pretty
That's
rough,
true.
pretty rough few weeks that we going on in the world. Obviously not as rough for people sitting 10,000 miles away, watching things on Twitter, things that are happening to people.
Yeah. No, it's
That
crazy.
part of the world. So I've never seen anything like it.
No, this is insane.
The closest thing that anybody's ever seen like this is like freaking Khmer Rouge, Cambodia.
No, that's we're getting a
killing
taste of
fields.
We're getting a taste of what people saw in the 20th century. I call it 1/60th, but really, I mean, it doesn't matter. Yeah. We thought the 20th century was over, but no.
I was reading, I keep imagining like what's going to happen
Yeah.
to the Ayatollahs if they ever seek justice, if they ever meet justice, if they ever
Yeah.
get justice.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of this one scene in there are these series of books which like all modern science fiction is based on.
Yeah.
John Carter.
Okay.
You want to look up just type in John Carter for a minute. It's like he has these Mars adventures, right? He's like
Oh, this guy. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So they made a cool movie actually that I liked.
Yeah.
People didn't like, but I really liked. I thought it was pretty cool.
2012. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was based on these books that were written by this guy Edgar Rice Burroughs, something like that.
Yeah, Edgar Rice Burroughs, a Princess of Mars.
Yeah, and there's like 5 or 6 or maybe 7 books, right? And in the first one, basically it's this really creepy situation where the goddess Isis, she's on Mars,
Yeah.
and she's not really a goddess, she's just a very, very old person. Like she's like 25,000 years old or something like that.
Yeah.
And there's this whole thing for people who are familiar with these books, like she eats other people.
Yeah.
Like she's fed like young women and stuff like that. That's like her favorite delicacy.
Yeah.
Anyway, towards the end of the story, the Mars finds out that she's not special. She's not a goddess. She's just a filthy, disgusting creature. And in a fit of rage, the mob tears her to pieces, like the way it's described. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I see that to be the ending for the Ayatollahs, and I'll just eat popcorn while it's happening.
Yeah.
Vile people who deserve everything they're going to get when justice comes. So
yeah.
All right, everyone. Nice
Yes.
light dinner conversation.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, my friends.
All right.
And
And watch
Shabbat.
Rogan. I don't
Yes.
recommend Rogan usually, but
Yeah.
there might be something about my brother. That's all I'm going to say.
Cool. Well, all right. God willing.
Hopefully.
Shabbat shalom.
All right.